Broadcasting live from beautiful Midtown Manhattan.
Scary.
Clear night you can almost see Billy Joel running up a tab at Zanzibar.
Not so stupid.
The Ron and Fez Show. And I'm your announcer, Not So Stupid. And now, let's introduce your hosts. Two guys who think Martha Stewart should focus on tossing salad. Here they are, Ron Bennington, Fez WNEW, radio's green grocers. Ron and Fez back live for our second shift of the day.
And we're back. Again and again and again. Caught in the vicious cycle of radio.
I'm actually starting to like it better.
No. Back at 7 o'clock. Do it also covering the midday shift. With some Opie and Anthony in between.
That's what you say?
Doing the midday thingy.
Somebody took too long of a nap today.
I did. I took a nap during our 5-hour lunch break, and I went out deep. I'm zombie-like now. Then on the way in, we were stuck in the subway.
Yeah, well, we actually were stuck. We rode in together and sat down in the subway for 25 minutes.
Nice. Usually a 5-minute ride. Yeah, 25-minute ride.
2 stops, 25 minutes.
Several times Ronnie had to just smack me across the face. Say, calm down.
There's plenty of air here.
We always talk about that buried alive stuff here. Well, trust me, I just lived it, people.
Is there not a phobia that you don't possess?
If I don't think I have it, if I get put in that situation, I'll get it immediately.
Then you decided that you had some kind of anthrax in your throat.
I know, yeah. Now my throat hurts, too. I think it was from being buried alive in the catacombs of the subway tunnels.
Where's the word catacombs from? Is that an old Roman thing?
The Roman catacombs. Or the Egyptian catacombs.
No, Roman.
Roman?
That's definitely Roman. I don't know why they had them there. They didn't have subways.
I know honeycombs comes from that big, big cereal.
Sure, it's a big, big bite.
Big, big taste.
All right, Rooster's hanging out with us tonight. Thanks for coming in, Rooster.
What's up, guys?
We've actually invited any of the listeners that want to come in. We'll have an open door policy for any listeners that actually wants to come in and talk.
Yeah, anyone that wants to come in and hang, especially during double shift week, that's fine. We're inviting the ones with the coolest theme music in first, though.
Sure. And then let's have a party Friday night, okay? A really drunken debacle where girls are making out with each other.
All right, and see who wants to come in for the party.
Okay, I'll set it up.
Thank you, Roy Hampton.
And literally party like it's 1999, okay?
All right, that'll be fun.
Hey, we're throwing a big summer party. Kind of a battle of the bands and, of course, rib barbecue.
Nice. What? Nothing goes better together than ribs and music.
Rockin' Ribs. Wasn't that a big VH1 deal for a while?
So we're putting that together with, of course, the ronfez.net website.
So we'll plug it a little bit. If you got a CD, is that what we're looking for? Roy, you take it over so I can stop talking.
All right, well, this is how we're going to do it. If you have a CD of your band, send the CD, mark the track that you want to send out into the contest. Send that to Rory Hampton's 10th floor, 888 7th Avenue, New York, New York.
All right, Rory. Always just have them send it to Ron and Fez. They don't have to sit and remember Rory Hamptons.
Okay.
And you can always... Fez a little easier to remember.
You can always, until there's the Rory Hampton show, let's send it to Ron and Fez so the listeners always remember that name.
Okay, I just didn't want to overload you with mail.
You're going to open my mail. I will never open my own mail.
We don't touch our mail anyway.
I never probably mentioned that as part of your job description.
Okay, so we're going to send CDs only to Ron and Fez, 10th floor, 888 7th Avenue, New York, New York, 10106. Or you could send it in MP3 format to Ron and Fez at WNEW.com. That's RONANDFEZ at WNEW.com. And I just ask everyone just to send one song, because if you send like 4 or 5 songs, I'm just going to pick a random one.
All right, so before we start to threaten people, here's your chance to get your band played on the air in New York City. And then also, I think 5 bands are going to be picked off ronfez.net, so some kind of poll thing that they're going to do. We'll have a big battle of the bands and then Rib Fest at the same time.
Nice. That may be my favorite part. I'm not sure which I'm going to like better.
Well, I had to throw the Rib Fest in so Fez and I will stay all night.
Okay, so it's just CD. If you're mailing it in, just CDs, no tapes.
That's correct, just CDs.
All right, make sure you send the track that you want to enter into the contest, and then also you can send an MP3.
Yes.
I got to tell you the truth, though. You made it. If I'm in a band, I'm thinking, hey, this guy's making up too many rules. He already hates us. Trust me, if you don't tell me, I'll pick your crappiest track and send it back to you. I'll break it.
Let's try to keep it nice, Rory.
I apologize.
That's okay.
877-692-1027.
Dan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, buddy. I thought you guys were proud of the thin line that you separate midday callers and midday talent from the evening talent.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, you got.
Although we took a lot of heat from the midday callers today, who finally started to catch on that they're not as good as the nighttime callers.
Well, you had
it finally dawned on them.
You had a midday intro, I think.
Yeah, the opening blew, and we're not going to be able to pull that off anymore with Wonderboy.
Why did he do a really scary voice?
I told him to try to make it more sing-songy and announcery.
Oh, okay, like a parody of like a TV announcer, like a Don Pardo or a Rod Ruddy on Price is Right.
But whenever you give either he or Billy any kind of advice, they sway so far in that direction. It's like if you say, all right, coming up, make a right-hand turn, they would make a right-hand turn through a cornfield, running over children.
So today was just a scary Dracula voice.
Whoa.
Live on Manhattan. Please.
I don't understand it.
Well, this was the week to shine.
You know what? Here's what, like, Tenacious C should do it. If not, you know, let's turn it over. We should have had, like, Rooster do it tonight. Where we'll just
would have been nice.
Who's ever around, they can do the intros. Maybe halfway through the show tonight we'll have Rooster do it. I don't know how long you can hang out, Rooster.
I have no life.
All right, good. Perfect.
Hooray.
Right. You'll do an intro for us a little later on.
Nice.
Here's
I hope it's about his C.
Nelson, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello, Nelson.
Hey, Ron and Fez.
Yeah.
Or should I say Schlong and Fez?
Hey, watch it with that.
Is that what the midday show's calling us?
Watch it with that, because I can't stand that midday show.
I just wanted to say that was definitely a midday intro just now. Definitely.
Yeah, it was a midday intro, and I think we gave Wonderboy enough shots.
Yes, I think so. Yes, that should be it. Right,
you know, I was so fixated on the Dracula voice, I didn't even hear the jokes.
Neither did I.
No, I heard.
Right.
He's Count Chocula for some reason.
Live from Transylvania.
All right, guys.
All right, send Wonderboy in here.
All right, get the Wonderboy in here.
Wonderboy, this is your opportunity, okay? Now, obviously, you're not going to make it as an announcer. That's no big deal. That's okay.
You blew that.
Right. I was just trying really hard.
I know you were. And, I mean,
To scare us?
There's got to be a certain talent tied in with it. It's not like suddenly someone could try really hard, you know, to be a polo player, but unless they have some basic talent in that, that's not going to be your thing.
Right.
But overall, I think you're a good guy. You always bring back the whatever Fez didn't ask for. You bring back that.
It's amazing. I've had Wonderboy run errands for me in the morning and in the evening just to get me something if I need it at the store, the drugstore, whatever. He's nice enough to go do it. He has never brought me back the right thing on how many missions now?
Countless. It really is.
It
Right.
really
Probably
bad.
about 10. Yeah.
Right.
You
Well,
have never brought me back the thing that I've asked for.
sometimes I feel like the store's responsible for that, too, because they didn't have the flavor that you asked for. I try to get the best of what's available.
All right, great.
All I want is what I asked for. And I'm not asking for things, that are crazy.
Right. No, I think your request is...
I'm not saying go get me a pair of Nazi boots.
Right. No, I
They're
think...
simple items.
Indeed.
877-692-1027.
Melissa, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi.
Sweet Melissa, Fez, as we all love from the show.
Nice.
Sweet Melissa, how you doing, Melissa?
Different Melissa.
What? Why would you steal her name then?
I'm so sorry. Oh, my God, I'm so sorry.
You're not getting this music.
But I want to come over. I want to hang out. Maybe I could be a different Sweet Melissa.
No, we can't have different Sweet Melissas.
All right. But don't,
It's confusing enough with the mail going to Rory.
Missy's no good.
No, Missy is...
So does that mean...
Missy sounds messy.
What's your middle name?
Oh, no. We're not going there.
No, come on.
What's your middle name?
I cannot talk about that.
Mine's Marie. What's yours?
Do I really have to tell you?
Yes.
All right, it's Louise. But I can't. You can't speak.
What's wrong with Louise?
It's not... You can't be a sweet Louise.
How big are you to have a middle name like Louise?
All right, now I just ruined my chances of... No, I'm not coming in. I wanted to find out if this invitation was really available. I don't have a big-ass card, but I wanted to...
You have a big ass? You got a big ass?
I have a big-ass middle name, I guess.
Louise.
Yeah, instead of Sweet Melissa, you're going to be Big Louise.
Fez, I don't... See, here's the thing. Most girls don't like to handle big.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that was your middle name.
Here's another one. They don't like being called large, like Large Marge.
Yeah?
Hates it.
Yeah, see, there's no way...
Large Louise sent you.
Could I be like M squared or something?
I'm all right.
M round.
No. See, we're getting away from the cute, sweet thing and getting into ugly, fat thing, which is not good.
That's okay.
Ugly fat thing.
I like that nickname.
Now you may be onto something, Louise.
Go with Mucho Melissa.
Mucho.
Mucho.
Are you Spanish?
No.
How about thick? A lot of girls like being called thick.
Oh, no. How
Think
about,
back.
I'm Irish. Does that help?
Lush. Pale?
Well,
Pale Louise?
Potato pants?
Freckleback.
Freckleback. I could be Freckleback.
I think you were Spanish.
You want
Mucho? What about La Gorda?
It's Louise, right? What about Sweet Lou?
All right, wait. I know. My mother used to call me Lissa Lou.
What? Missile?
Lissa Lou. Like half of Melissa. No. Okay.
You know what? Why don't you come on a Saturday and work with the couch
come
potatoes?
On. I'll even do the morning shift.
You and Pharrell.
There you go.
Oh, well, you think maybe you're a midday chick?
Yeah, I totally am a midday chick.
What if we just call you Wheezy? It's on the instant feedback.
Nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like Wheezy Jefferson.
What if we call you Louisiana? That's also on the instant feedback.
I'll bring you guys food.
Or we just call you Weezer.
By the time she gets here, it's going to be chicken bones and corn cow.
Oh, come on.
She comes up with a bag of chicken bones.
Look at her fingers.
All right, hold on, Melissa. I'm going to put you on hold for a while until you get depressed and then move on.
All right.
Now, Rory, go talk to her.
All right.
All right, be real nice to her.
Talk to Big Louise.
Yeah.
She's our new friend. And probably going to be one of our best ones, I think.
I think so, too. Hey, Chet, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello, Chet.
Hey, big ass 172.
All right, buddy.
Hooah! Hooah! I got a spy report.
Oh, good. I want to hear a spy report.
Spy report. Marijuana spy report.
Oh, yeah, it's not marijuana NASDAQ.
I heard Sweet Melissa on the Bong and Pez show
You're
this
kidding
afternoon.
me. She's on with those a-holes?
Yeah,
Those
she can't
ass
ever come on
wipes?
nights again.
No way. Are you sure it wasn't Big Louise?
Oh, so it's not going to be called Big Louise.
Although Big Louise definitely is a midday type of girl. She doesn't belong on nights.
Midday, middleweight.
Wish. All right, thanks, man.
Thanks, Chet. 877-692-1027.
Hey, Mario, you're on Ron and Fez.
Mario, what's going on?
Hey, guys, I just got a quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
For this open studio thing, do you want 18 or older only?
Only for the guys. Girls can be any age over 14.
That's not fair. Come on, my birthday's on Sunday. I'll be 18 on Sunday. Give me a break, guys. I just graduated.
No, you gotta be 21 to get up here.
Right.
We're gonna be drinking and taking drugs and gambling and all kinds of stuff's gonna happen.
Well, drugs are legal no matter what. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I understand. All right. See you later, buddy.
Thanks,
I'm
later,
sorry.
man.
I wish we could do it.
We'll get you in a few years, Mario.
Sunday night, why don't you go and see Couch Potatoes?
Sit next to Louise. Moving down the couch.
Oh, look who it is. Nurse Myra. Nurse Myra.
Hey, guys.
Hey, honey.
Hi, Nurse Myra.
What's doing?
Hello, sexy girlfriend from Czechoslovakia.
What's going on, guys?
Myra, we need you in here this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For what?
You know, just a little party stuff.
Oh.
Maybe we find you that date you're looking for.
Oh, really?
You broke up with the shiny-eyed guy, right?
Yeah, we're good.
Are you dating a girl right now?
No, I'm not dating a girl.
What are you looking for, a girl or a guy?
Guy.
How come?
Guy.
Been a while since you had the...
Well, sometimes you just crave it. If you know what I'm saying.
Tell me.
Fez knows. Trust me when I say Fez knows.
Hi, Mary.
Yeah, we need you in here this week, Myra.
Sure.
All right, and guys, all Myra asks is that you please rise for the Russian national anthem.
No,
Please
guys.
rise.
Myra is very happy that the pledge is unconstitutional. Because there is no God, only Russian state.
Thank you very much for respecting me and my nationality.
It is the best.
Thank you.
Is that really their national anthem? No wonder
actually,
they pulled it.
Well, considering I'm Serbian, I really wouldn't know the Russian.
Is Serbia a country still?
Yes, it is. It was the former Yugoslavia, so now it's Serbia.
Is that the one with Milosevic?
Yes.
What if you come in Friday when we ethnically cleanse you?
Either that, we just squirt you in the hose with the air.
Okay. We could do that. That's fine.
All right, hold on, Myra, all right?
Okay,
Let's get Myra in. Maybe she can even come early. Come in early, stay late. The Myra story. Friday night, big party Friday night, okay?
Yeah.
All right, Roy, for a change, you take care of me and Fez?
You got it.
All right.
Is that possible, or else, is this the Roy Hampton show? Everybody send their mail to him.
All right. And what I want Friday night is some fine Irish cider. I don't know where you're going to find it.
What kind? Who's making the Irish cider now?
One that I really like is Magners.
Magners?
Yeah.
Magners.
Why is cider, Irish cider, the new thing? Every time I turn around, here it comes. It's the new thing.
Yeah, one more thing.
What's this Magners?
It's this fine Irish cider, and it's really good.
Does it taste like beer?
No, it tastes like cider.
It tastes like cider.
Yeah, but it's got a kick to it.
Do they have apples in Ireland? Or is it potato cider?
I think it's apple cider. Yeah, it's definitely apple cider. It's very good.
Show me one apple tree in Ireland.
I don't know where they keep them. But it's so much better than drinking like a wine cooler.
Obviously. Here's Antonio. Antonio, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Antonio.
How you doing, guys?
Hey, buddy.
I wanted to be considered for Nurse Myra's mystery date.
Really?
Absolutely.
You got to be able to bench press more than her.
Easily.
In Serbia.
I could really make it happen.
They train the women.
I mean, whatever it takes.
All right, hold on.
I've been to the Czech Republic.
Nice.
I have a checking account there.
Oh, fantastic.
Actually, I have a checking account. I'd like to open up a checking account, please. All right, hold on.
Thank you, Antonio. All right, get some information from him. He wants to date Nurse Myra.
Sure. No, we were kidding with Myra, Fezzi, about the pledge. Did you see this story that actually came out today?
Yeah, out of San Francisco, a federal appeals court ruled that the Pledge of Allegiance is an unconstitutional endorsement of religion because of the phrase, under God, that's included in it, that got added back in 1954.
And who's been crying over this? Whose problem is it?
Let's see, there was a guy who took it to court. Let's see what his name is. But his problem was he's an atheist and feels that this thing in school is unfair to his daughter. That his daughter is being forced to listen to a pledge to religion.
What she ought to do is put her hands over her ears like the Iron Sheik used to do and jump up and down. Because he would hate it, too.
That would just drive him nuts, and then he would go, hawk pooey. So this was the federal appeals court in San Francisco. And now they're saying that under God shouldn't be in our Pledge of Allegiance.
What do they want there? Under what?
I think they just want it out.
I pledge allegiance to no one to the United States of America.
President Bush, through his press secretary, said, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
It's definitely not going to hold up in any kind of Supreme Court deal.
Yeah, so they're already reviewing it with the Department of Justice in Washington to see what kind of options they have in overturning this decision. So I had no idea that it got added.
I think that they should say higher power. I pledge allegiance to my higher power. You know what? If he hates the under God stuff so much, why don't he throw away his money?
The guy, I actually heard him on TV being interviewed, and he said he was fearing for his family's life now that this decision came down. And they asked him, what are you doing to protect your family? And the man said, just hoping and praying.
No, you're lying. Tell me you're lying.
No, I'm not lying.
You are lying. I'm looking at you right now. I see your lying eyes. He did not say that he was praying.
He said it and then he giggled afterwards. He realized what he said.
Good.
See, he knows there's a God. He knows it's out there. 877-692-1027.
All right, how long did the kids actually have to say the Pledge of Allegiance? I mean, you're saying they added it in 54. But did they used to say the Pledge of Allegiance before that, or?
Yeah, I guess they had it before then.
And they never had God in it?
No. The 1954 it was inserted to recognize a supreme being, it says here, an advanced religion at a time when the government was publicly against atheistic communism. So this whole thing was from President Eisenhower.
So this was all Eisenhower's deal?
Yeah. He said, from this day on, millions of school children will daily proclaim in every city, town, and village and rural schoolhouse, our dedication of our nation and our people to the Almighty. Wow.
He got carried.
I didn't realize it was so...
Who are you, king now?
He's divine right. Ike.
Here's Brett. Brett, you're on Ron Fez.
Hey, guys. Ron Fez, what's up?
Hey, buddy.
I heard the Lutherans are now trying to push it to under Martin Luther King instead of under God.
Is that true, Fez?
No,
is this one of those Lutherans that's trying to get rid of God?
No, this is an atheist who believes in no God. In the middays.
So the Lutherans do have a God?
Yes, it's God.
Martin Luther King, you call him, though?
No, God. Jesus God.
Where did you get the Luther from?
The Luther's from Martin Luther.
King.
No, not Luther and King.
All right, this Martin Luther yours.
Yes.
Black guy?
No, not black guy. German guy.
Had a dream?
No, not the same guy.
Used to hang with Malcolm X and all them brothers?
Never. Different guy.
I'm fairly sure you're into that Martin Luther King thing.
I am not into a Martin Luther and King religion.
Here's Dennis. Dennis, you're on Ron Fez.
Hello, Dennis.
Buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Cardholder 2761.
All right, buddy.
Thank you. Ron, I'm usually totally on with you on these things, but I think you're off. I think, the Pledge of Allegiance, excuse me, fellas. The Pledge of Allegiance was just fine without the under God until the 50s, and that was added during a time of a lot of sort of like anti-communist hysteria.
Yeah, Fezzi was just telling us about that. I had no idea.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was that big a deal.
Either. I had no idea until this question came up. I mean, I'm a practicing Catholic. I consider myself a religious person. But
I'm a practicing Catholic, but I keep that quiet because of what's happening lately.
What do you
it's like saying you're a practicing pedophile.
But
actually, I don't practice.
Makes perfect.
Actually, I don't practice. I just am one, and that puts me straight to heaven.
Well, I still got
which I love. No.
I got to work
Catholic.
on it, but it's under God. Which God? When you say God, usually people are referring to a Christian God. It's not
but that's not necessarily
Jehovah
true.
You're right, but
I think that's why. It's probably better for people to say God rather than Jesus. And it's just like that whole higher power thing. You call it whatever you want. I don't think a huge amount of people are panicked over this.
No, I don't think they are.
Would you like to see?
I think it's a relatively minor issue, but just as a matter of law, I think it's probably going to be upheld.
I don't think so.
So there's no real basis to not uphold it.
But nobody's being forced to say it anymore.
then pardon me, gentlemen. Then if not, then what was the? I'm not sure I understand what the issue was. Then, if someone wasn't being forced to say it, then what's the?
That she actually even has to hear it.
Yeah,
in her school.
Yeah, that this guy, his name is Andrew Newdow. He's the atheist whose daughter attends a public school in California, just outside of Sacramento. The fact that she has to be exposed to it every day.
Sounds like a commie troublemaker.
Yeah, on the most of the stuff is always done by funny little people that want to. They get this.
Funny little people.
They want to get famous. Hacker sent me this thing that this Harvard scholar Lawrence Tribe predicted that the U.S. Supreme Court will certainly reverse the decision unless the Ninth Circuit reverses itself. He said he'd bet an awful lot on that. I would find it hard to believe that, since you're not really expected to...
I actually would imagine the Supreme Court wouldn't even touch this. I mean, they actually review so very few cases out of the thousands of cases that are brought to their attention. I think they review like less than 50 in a year. That they might not even want to touch this.
All right, let me ask you, Fez, would you care if it was pulled out?
You know what? I wouldn't notice. It wouldn't bother me at all.
Because when's the last time you even said it?
Yeah, right.
You don't say it a lot as an adult.
It wasn't that way before. I mean, it was changed during a very sort of negative time in our history. So if it went back, it wouldn't kill me.
Yeah. All right, I kind of agree. And yeah, it was the people that probably put it in there. When you're thinking of those like early '50s people, they were freaking. Over the communism.
They had a red menace they were dealing with.
Right. I mean, they're keeping people off of TV and out of movies and just being nuts. They were running scared. I'm not sure it really matters that much. I don't think people worry about it too much. Here's Dave. Dave, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Dave. Dave? No, Dave.
You're gone, buddy. Here's Richard. Richard, you're on Ron and Fez.
Richard.
Yes.
Yeah, buddy.
The person that called up is actually wrong. I'm a history teacher over in Kings Park in Suffolk County. He said that something about the 1950s during the wartime.
Yeah.
That's a very incorrect misleader. It was actually during the 60s, during the very racist actions that were going on when they added it to the Pledge of Allegiance. I'm not sure we can have these people talking about stuff like this.
It was that Congress added it in 1954.
No, I mean, did you hear about these people burning the flags? This shouldn't be going on.
All right, Richard, you're definitely not a history teacher.
In fact, I am. I beg to differ with you.
All right, but you just heard Fez reading you the story when it was out at 1954, not in the 1960s when there was racism going on.
Excuse me, I believe you're wrong. I mean...
Dude, it's in every article that President Eisenhower signed this act in 1954.
Eisenhower? That's totally incorrect. I believe Charles Bronson was responsible for half of these acts.
Shut up, you idiot.
God, I hope he's not
Suffolk County. What mongoloids must come out of that school system?
Take your children out of Kings Park schools.
No kidding.
Immediately.
I'd rather let a gopher teach my kids than this guy. Excuse me. I believe you're wrong. You wonder why kids are running around acting like idiots.
I beg to differ. The Tin Man was president in 1954.
What an idiot. Fez is just reading something.
That's everywhere.
CNN. He's not trying to fight it. I didn't even know what side that guy was on.
I beg to differ. The original reading was One Nation Under Toast.
Here's Paul. Paul, you're on Fez.
Hello, Paul. Paul.
Hey,
Paulie.
how you doing, guys?
How you doing, big dog?
Very good. Listen, I was wondering if the money's next. You know how we have on there In God We Trust?
Yeah.
So if they want to change that, they're going to say then, well, I don't want to see it on the dollar bill or the bills.
Yeah, apparently it would just go one at a time.
They're going to issue Sharpie markers to everyone to cross it out on their money.
White out.
Get rid of that immediately or it's no good.
I generally use a credit card, so it doesn't really bother me much. Here's Archie. Archie, you're on Ron and Fez.
I hope it's Archie Bunker.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Archie.
Archie here.
What's going to be next in these schools? They won't let kids say things like God damn it and Jesus Christ when they do bad on their tests? See ya.
See you in the middays.
See you in the midday. You're a midday caller, my friend. Here's Stevie G. Stevie G, you're on Ron and Fez.
Stevie G.
How are you guys? You guys are great, but I don't think you're making a big enough deal about this situation.
We should be going crazy?
I think it should be off the money. I think it should be out of the Pledge of Allegiance. I don't think it belongs. Separation of church and state all the way.
All right, Stevie, what do you do for a living?
I'm a high school principal.
Where at?
On Long Island.
All right, now I'm not used to a high school principal named Stevie.
Well, okay.
Stevie, tell us what bothers you about God being in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Just like, I mean, I happen to be an atheist myself.
Uh-huh.
But, not raised that way, but discovered that way. Not that I don't have spirituality, but just simply not necessarily an organized religion form.
All right, well, this is not an organized religion. When you say God and it's on the money, it's not saying the Catholic God or certainly not the crazy Lutheran God who...
That's God. It's the same God.
Yeah, but, it's just like, it's assuming that we're all believers. I think, automatically, I think that assumption is in place.
But there are plenty of people out there who use the term God for universe or whatever thing that got us all here, even if that's science. I'm not that freaked out about it one way or another. I mean, I wouldn't be panicking if it was taken out of the Pledge of Allegiance or off the money, but I'm not, I'm not panicking that it is there either.
Right, but we used to swear on the Bible in court. We don't do that anymore. They've removed that.
We don't?
No.
I didn't know that.
It's been taken out of court because someone like me can swear on a Bible and I can care less.
Well, I mean, you could anyway. Believe me when I tell you, as a Catholic, you can swear on the Bible, walk down the street, do a quick confession, and you're like a baby. That's how sinless you are. That's the beautiful thing of it. You come out of it like a virgin. You got no problems at all. I come out of confession, I light a cigar, and I just feel, Fezzy, brand new.
That's nice.
I couldn't stand to be in any religion that 3 Hail Marys doesn't clear up anything. That's what I love about being Catholic.
See, I believe if it really cleared, I'd be all for it. I'd be all for it.
What part freaks you as a high school principal?
Well, quite frankly, today's high school youth, they're not all that religious. In New York, I'd imagine. I haven't been everywhere in New York, but I just feel like we're all, the fact that we're all standing around chanting together, first of all.
So then you're more of a problem to pledging to the Republic. You're saying the chant part, right?
You don't like that part either, huh?
Well, we're all chanting, we're naming God, but we're not all thinking the same thing.
All right, but other than God, do you have a different problem with the kids saying the Pledge of Allegiance?
No, I don't.
That doesn't bother you?
No,
because that's the chanting.
I'm all for America.
Okay.
Go America, and I think any way we can instill nationalistic feeling, especially in our time of need right now, I think it's very, very positive. Very, very positive. So I have no problem with the pledge at all.
Which way do you think this is going to go, Stevie?
I'd have to say, I say God stays against what I believe, but I bet it stays. And I bet it's going to be on money as long as I'm alive.
Yeah, I think the same thing. I think it'll be there, period. All right.
Well, I also think you guys are great.
Yes,
very great.
You're right about that.
Thanks, Principal Stevie.
And Stevie.
Yeah.
God bless you, okay, buddy? All right, see you later.
Good night, may God bless.
You're a grown man, you're a principal. How about we go with Steven? Okay? We dropped the Stevie now that you're no longer 5.
Boy, the kids have to be really nervous getting called to Principal Stevie's office.
Anyone named Stevie seems like they would have a popsicle smile. Big Kool-Aid grin. It's Stevie. It's Stevie the principal. All right, so he's panicking over it. Here's Krista. Krista, you're on Line of Fez.
Hello, Krista.
Oh, I just wanted to agree with what Stevie was saying. I think it totally should not be allowed into the Pledge of Allegiance at all.
All right, now what do you do for a living?
I'm a social studies teacher on Long Island.
Now, I noticed that most of the teachers and principals are the ones who want to get the God out, and let's say people that aren't so much to the left want to keep it in. Is that fairly correct?
Pretty much. And I don't think it really makes that much of a difference to the students. The students rarely say it anyway. It's just a way to indoctrinate them into into America and loving America.
It's definitely a way to indoctrinate them. There's no doubt about that. But also at the same part of what the students want or not, the kids would be just as happy if that school burnt down and they could all spend the afternoon, getting high or watching TV, whatever.
Yeah, that is
we're not going to just
pledge allegiance to that.
There's no way that we can go, hey, let's see what the kids want to do.
No, I'm not saying I'm not saying that the kids should care. What I'm trying to say is that the whole purpose of it was ridiculous. It was in response to communism. And now it's almost like put in there, and now because of America, so this religious fanaticism in America, they want to have prayer in school. I think it's a way of letting us go a step further.
All right, Krista, how long have you been a teacher?
About 5 years.
All right, Krista, there's some people that want to talk to you. Do you mind that? Did you mind if I put some people on who disagree with you as a teacher? I think it could be cool since you're actually teaching kids, okay?
Yeah, not a problem.
Okay.
You're right there in the middle of it.
All right, here's Pete. Pete, you're on Ron and Fez with Krista. What did you want to say to her?
Hi, Pete.
Yeah, what's up, guys? You have a problem with kids taking a little pride in America and you're a teacher? What is the big problem with that?
I have to say that I have to be, being a history person, someone who likes social studies, I have the most pride in America because I know what actually Americans have done.
You have no pride in America because people like you take such offense when someone's proud of their country or maybe you
don't even listen to what I'm saying. Come on, you have to be serious. I'm not saying it's wrong for them to say the Pledge of Allegiance. What I am saying is that maybe we should not put certain values and views into these students at such a young age to indoctrinate.
You're not pushing any values of religion by saying under God. There's no meaning of God.
I think it should be
there is no
I don't have to agree with you.
I'm gonna let you go, Pete, because you got a bad phone, okay? All right, but you can understand where he's coming from, Krista, right?
Yeah, I can honestly understand that, but that's the problem. Well, not the problem. I think that's one of the issues in America at this time, that Americans are way too obsessed with the religion in everything, trying to stick religion in everything.
Now, where are we putting religion? Because
I'm trying to put it in school again. I mean,
I see it in a lot of churches.
Yeah.
Well, besides church.
And I'll tell you what, religion has ruined most of the churches in this country.
It really has. It gets in the way.
I said I'd like to get the Christ out of Christmas, is what I tried to say.
All right.
And let's just make it party time. All right, here's somebody else. Are you okay with this, Krista?
I need to go.
Yeah, so. I don't want to get you upset. All right, thanks, honey.
Because then you'll take it out on the kids.
All right. No,
bye-bye.
I think she's one of those cool teachers that you can come to if you have a problem.
And you're probably invited over to her house sometimes.
Yeah.
When it's okay. In a good way. 877-692-1027.
All right, here's Paul. Paul, you're on Ron Fez?
Hey, guys,
Paul.
what's up?
Yeah.
I'm 16 years old, and I go to school, and, a lot of people in my class don't say it, but, I mean, it's just 2 words.
This is interesting. The kids in your class don't say the Pledge of Allegiance at all?
The only one in the class that says it is our teacher, and I will, too.
Now, Paul, does everybody stand up for it, and then they just don't say it?
They stand up, and they put their hands across their hearts, because they have respect.
Now, what else? Yeah, let's just go through what the whole process is. You stand up. Do you do a moment of silence or anything? Or?
No, it just goes, will everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
You do pledges, and you do it as a school?
Yeah.
It's over the announcements?
Yes, everybody does it.
And then is there the national anthem, or it's just the Pledge of Allegiance?
No, just the pledge. No one really cares to. I think everyone in America just needs to deal with it and shut up and just do it.
Is there ever anyone that just doesn't even stand up?
No, it's never happened. Because everyone has respect.
Some of the track team, Fezzi, will just stand with their fist up in the air and keep their shoes off. All right, thanks. We got to take a break. A lot of people want to talk about this, though.
All right.
Fez, anyway, I don't think it's going to hold up. And I agree with Principal Stevie that whether you like it or not, it's probably going to be around throughout your lifetime. Now, do you ever actually sit and look at a dollar bill and worry about that there's God on there, or that crazy pyramid with the eyeball?
I'd love him to explain that sort of thing.
As wacky as a dollar bill looks, and it looks nuts, I'd love to have a room full of them. I literally would like to just stack a room full of that wacky paper.
That's when they look their best. Yeah, it's a federal appeals court in San Francisco today said the Pledge of Allegiance unconstitutional when it endorses religion with the words under God.
How shocking it came out of San Francisco.
Oh, yeah. That right-wing haven.
Yeah. Those neo-Nazis in San Francisco.
Bunch of limbos. 877-692-1027.
Ron Fez.
1027 WNEW. New York. Ron and Fez. 1027 WNEW.
We're Ron and Fez, talking about the Pledge of Allegiance. The Federal Appeals Court in San Francisco saying it's unconstitutional because of the words under God that were added to it in 1954. Now, after that decision was rendered, President Bush, through his White House spokesperson, said it's ridiculous. The Senate, they were outraged and passed Resolution 990 to support the Pledge of Allegiance, and about 150 congressmen went out on the Capitol steps and recited the Pledge of Allegiance as a show of support.
Showboaters.
Always.
Doesn't strike me as that big a deal, Fez. Number one, I don't think it's going to actually ever hold up. Number two, if you're a spiritual person, what do you care?
Right, it's not going to affect your beliefs
at all.
Anyway. It's not going to affect how you pray to your God. So 877-692-1027.
At the same time, with everything happening in the world, you honestly think this should be our debate? You think this is what we should be worrying about?
Again, bad timing.
Always.
This case was actually brought to the courts by a guy named Andrew Newdow, an atheist. His daughter attends public school in California, just outside Sacramento, and he filed it against the United States and the Congress, the state of California, and 2 school districts. Now, does he get money for this?
No. I don't think so.
He just wants under God out of there.
Yeah. Then next will be worried. Where else is it at that's going to freak him? Do we still say it in the courts?
Now, I didn't know that we didn't swear in on the Bible. You still swear in, where you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God?
I don't know. I know the president does it when he swears in.
Right.
He's got his hand on the Bible, but I haven't been to court in a long time.
I don't know how that works in a courtroom now. If you're going to remove the Bible swearing part of it, take out the God part of it, too.
Here's Jackie. Jackie, you're on the Fez.
Oh, boys, I'm angry as hell. That dumb broad you had on the teacher, my butt teacher. First of all, what's she doing? Passing out condoms. She's probably teaching them how to get abortions. And the son of a bitch, she's on the phone saying she doesn't want to teach the kids anything. She doesn't want to impress them. What the hell does the teacher do? That's what a teacher does. She tells these kids what to do. They're 15. You don't want to push your beliefs on them. You're a teacher, you idiot. Teach.
Well, there's some of this stuff that I agree with you on. This fact of, I don't know how much of this should be up to the kids, because they are just kids. But number two, do you really want her teaching her religion to the kids? I mean, that's one of the reasons why we don't want religion in public school. So your kid isn't sitting there and one of, Fez's fellow Lutherans is in there saying that Luther Vandross. But do you see what I'm saying? You don't want each teacher teaching their religious values to the kids,
I
right?
want this broad I want her teaching what America has a set of values. That's why we're not laying down on rugs 5 times a day pointing towards the east. This lady's there teaching America. She should be teaching the values of America. I don't give a damn what she cares about, what she does. The kids in Columbine, look at those sons of bitches. Those kids had
they
no
were wrong.
rules.
They should have said the pledge.
Those kids were wrong.
And none of this would have happened.
But
they needed the pledge.
All right, but Jackie, do you know this, that some Americans do go, kneel to Mecca 6 times a day or how many times?
On their rugs?
That's fine, but that's one nation under God. Not our. Okay? And this lady needs to teach what's going on in America. She pisses me off, the son of a bitch. She should quit her job. Quit her job and go work at some abortion clinic where she belongs. She can rot in hell.
Thank you, Jackie.
That's why the guy's starting to pray now. People like that.
Yeah. Sure. Right.
That's why he's praying.
Now, a lot of the arguments that I saw on some of the television news of people that are in support of this, they all kept saying the same thing. How would you feel if your kid went to school and had to say, one nation under Allah, one nation under Buddha, one nation under Vishnu?
Yeah.
Vishnu.
Vishnu is that big elephant, I think, isn't it? With all
6 arms or something.
Yeah, the
right?
6-armed elephant.
Blue.
Yeah.
Which I'm starting to believe in a little bit because...
I'll tell you what, I see him. I'll start believing in him.
I'll drop to my knees.
Hail Vishnu.
They might as well pray to the Easter Bunny. That thing is so wacky. Seriously, is that their main god? Or is that just like their Easter thing?
It seems to be the one that comes up constantly.
They got a blue one. I know there's a blue one.
Even if it's, more than one god, he does seem to be the one in charge. Big elephant head, 6-armed elephant head.
And what's his name?
Vishnu, is that right?
And is that Hindu?
Are we calling the right god the right name? Is Vishnu the elephant head god?
And are you sure that God doesn't just ride that thing? I think he probably rides it in. And then he's somebody else.
That's his pet.
Because I want to pray to something that looks somewhat like a human.
I know. If you believe in the whole made in the likeness of God. God's a weird-looking son of a gun there.
I can't pray to anybody I got to feed peanuts to. All right, here's
6 fists at a time.
Here's Mike. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello, Mike.
Yeah.
All we need is a feather. So, okay, here we go.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry. Nah, man. There isn't enough evidence, or information either way to make a decision whether or not there is a God. What's that word? What do they call that when there's not enough information? You gotta make a decision. What do they call that?
Inconclusive?
I call it a push. In Vegas, it's called a push.
Right.
Just not enough info.
You know what? If I actually was on the Supreme Court, I'd be using the term push all the time. This is a push, basically.
Justice Bennington, would you please quit saying that? You can't write a dissenting opinion that just says this is a push.
I'm ready to double down on busing kids. That's how good I feel about it. So what's your point, Mike?
Religion is a hypothesis, man. The word God is ambiguous. Religion is a hypothesis.
High.
It's like
You're so high.
I'm not high.
God, this is
concept,
this
man.
This is pot talk.
Yeah.
All right,
One nation under Wade. It's a whole hypotenuse.
Here's Sue. Sue, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello, Sue.
Sue?
Yeah, you're Sue.
Yeah.
You know what? My name
we
is
want all the callers to scream out their own name as soon as they're on.
Well, my name is not Sue. It's Sushima.
It's Sushima?
Yes.
All right, now why would anyone answering the phones write up Sue?
That ain't even
Because
close.
the guy that called me didn't know how to say my name.
So he's assigning different names to people that
That's
he can't
right.
understand.
You're
now Fred.
This is what happened to so many Italian immigrants.
You know what? Guys,
They're just lopping off the name.
I know.
This happened to the Godfather when he got here. He got named after the town he was in.
First of all, Vishnu is not the god. I mean, you think that Vishnu is Ganesh. Ganesh is the guy who is the elephant god.
Ganesh is...
Ganesh.
That's right. You got it wrong.
You know what? It's weird because when I was a kid, I used to play Ganeshkana.
Oh, that's fun. You had to get, like, something in the elephant's mouth?
I don't know about that. Here's, now, I'm
Guys,
sorry.
elephant's mouth is not a thing that we do out here in the city.
All right, Ganesh is the god, though?
Ganesh is the elephant god.
And they really pray to an elephant.
That's right, because elephant was like really a human being, and he was killed by a demon, and then the mother rescued him, and she needed a head for him because he was beheaded, and the first head they found was an elephant's head. And so they put an elephant on him, and so he got an elephant head but a human body.
Oh, maybe I do want God out of the schools.
Dude, you need to
Maybe
do
I
more
literally
drugs.
do. I want it off the money and everything.
Where'd all his arms come in? She just started stitching them on, too?
That's right, because she needed more arms.
All right, we're learning a lot.
That's right.
Which one is the blue god?
The blue god is Vishnu.
Yeah, now what happens there? What happens there? Because I thought the blue god was Papa Smurf.
No, there's a whole bunch of different gods in India.
Why?
There's not one god,
But are
because
they
there's variety.
are there like a family?
There's a family of them. There's demons, there's bad guys, there's good guys.
Do the gods fight each other?
Of course they do. And if you were their Fez, they would definitely bite you. And I'm sure you'd enjoy that.
So
let's not talk like a nut. We're trying to learn something here.
Now,
You're talking like a
want to
nut.
talk about your sex life.
So which one do you pray to?
I don't pray to anybody. I'm an atheist, and I'm from India.
You're an Indian atheist.
That's right.
So you'll eat a steak?
I had so many gods, I, gave up.
I'm sure they gave up on you long before.
No, but I think, you know what? I've lived in America for a while, and I think that you should have the Pledge of Allegiance, and it's okay for kids to believe in God, and kids will make the right decision when they grow up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's up to them if they want to pray to a six-armed elephant.
Sure.
That's right.
Yeah, here's the thing. You show a little kid a picture of a six-armed elephant, and you figure out which one they're going to pick for their god.
Yeah,
they're going to love the elephant.
They're praying to Babar.
Exactly.
The elephant.
It's better to pray to a six-armed elephant than to pray to somebody who's human.
You think Horton Hears a Who is a Bible?
Absolutely, you're right.
Oh, God, the
It's
callers
so
are as
nice.
tired
It
as
isn't
we
so
are.
good.
All right, hold on. Ryan disagrees with you about the gods.
I don't care what Ryan thinks.
All right, don't get mad.
What
So
a drunk retard.
let's just check because we want to know properly, okay?
Okay.
All right, here's Ryan. Ryan, you're saying Sue was wrong about all the gods in India?
What's up, guys? It's Brian, and she's smoking
why would your name
spam.
be right?
She's
Rory,
definitely smoking spam or
I want you to
Hang
go
on
back
just a second.
and talk to whoever's on the phones. Which one's on the phones?
Hello?
It's Wonderboy.
The person you're trying to reach has a back covered in moles. Please try your call again.
Tell him to knock it the F off.
All right, Ryan, so what were you saying?
First off, she's smoking spam or some other kind of chemical or
Not
something.
yet.
Ganesh is the remover of all obstacles.
And that's
No,
the elephant
but
head.
he's the guy who has the elephant head because when Parvati needed a head because his son was beheaded, she sent her husband Shiva to look for a head. And the first person that came along was an elephant, dead elephant. So he took the dead elephant's head and came back and gave it to her son.
All right, Fez,
Ryan,
anything...
Your name sounds Irish. You're not from India. What the heck are you talking for?
All right, hold on, so... Fez, anything happens to me, you got to get a head and there's only an elephant? Keep looking.
Yeah,
I'll find something better.
You know what? I'm willing to shop around.
And, you know, here's the thing. That looks like... Is that a human body he has?
Yes, he does.
With 6 arms on it.
That's right.
How do you get the extra arms again?
He got the extra arms because Parvati needed extra arms.
Mr. Potato Head.
He's a potato head. At least we're imaginative.
Yeah, you are. It's great.
Sure.
All right, thank you very much, so.
Thanks.
All right, bye. All right, so this is one of the things, people to believe all different things. Maybe we should put under gods. Maybe everybody would be happy then.
Then everyone would have something under there, except the atheists.
Or under God, or maybe nothing happens.
Under gods, or none of the above.
Here is Mitch. Mitch, you're on Fez. How you doing, Mitchell?
Go ahead, Mitch.
Lock it up.
Hi, how you doing?
Lock it up, Mitch.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you? First of all, I'd like to say I support the under God saying, but if you want, you could omit it if you wish. I think the guy that was talking about the teacher, I think he's the closed-minded SOB himself. And the first place for a teacher is to teach the kids to be open-minded and to think. Not to just take everything as it is, but to think.
Okay.
That's great, Mitch. Thanks.
So, I mean, if you don't want to say it, don't say it. You can just be silent for those few moments. And if you wish to say it, you could say it. But that other guy, I think that, you know, he thinks it's his way or the highway, and that's all there is to it.
That's actually what it ought to say in the Pledge of Allegiance. It's my way or the highway. Or either that is life is a highway.
Nice. Tom Cochran?
Yeah, the old Tom Cochran classic.
Very nice.
Here is Jay. Jay, you're on Fez.
Jay.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
But
I'm a geography teacher. It's actually world cultures in New Jersey.
Yeah.
And I teach about all the Hindu gods and Islam and all that stuff. It's so hard with the kids. They question every single thing you do when you talk about God in class. There's no respect for you at all. And
but the kids have no respect in math class or science class. They just have no respect, period.
You have no idea. I'm only 24 years old. I get abused pretty bad.
Now, how do the kids treat you in school?
Like poop.
Like poop. Rooster, you've done some substitute teaching, right? What are the kids in school like now?
I haven't had a problem.
Never had a problem?
I don't have a problem with, if you respect, I think when you respect the kids, you're objective, you just give them whatever you're teaching, and you kind of stand off and you just let them decide. They usually take it. They've been respectful to me.
I disagree with that.
Jamie, it's because you were using words like poop.
Because I want to use other words that I'll get dumped out with them.
All right, so what do you think the big problem is in the school right now?
For parents.
Parents.
No support for the teachers at all.
You know, every time I've ever been to any kind of PTA meeting, they are pretty empty. Actually, you know what's very funny? I see more here in New York City, where I'd always heard that the schools were worse, than I would see in the suburbs when I lived in the suburbs.
Oh, you got more parents showing up in New York.
When I would be in the suburbs, a lot of times you'd show up and there would be three parents.
Yeah, it's
but they start out strong, like kindergarten and first grade. Second grade. And as the kids go along, the parents are just like, F it. You take them. I don't know what to do with them.
It's your job.
Yeah.
I teach in the middle school.
Yeah.
We had 2 parents show up at our last parent-teacher conference for this month. It was depressing.
Now, how do the kids torture you? What do they do to you?
Man, I can't even think any.
Are they making fun of you for being gay and stuff like that, or?
For being gay?
Yeah.
No, that's Fez, not me.
What?
What do they say? I mean, are they throwing stuff at you? Are they smacking you?
They putting stuff in your coffee?
I wish it was that easy. It's just like, you know, like that group stuff they used to do with like humming. Just annoying stuff.
You're one of those teachers.
You're the dork teacher. You're the big pussy teacher that everybody takes advantage of.
They give you a wedgie and hang you from the doorknob?
You guys are killing me.
But, Jay, it's true.
No.
I love that humming thing. It cracks me up.
Yeah. And Rooster saying the same thing. There are some guys, you're not going to get away with that crap. You're not going to be able to do it. You had, and we all did it when we were younger. We had teachers we could F with and teachers that we couldn't F with. And when it was a teacher you couldn't, you sat there quietly, waiting to get to the pussy that you could hum and drive him crazy and to have him start writing nonsense on the board that would never come true.
We had a teacher, his name was Mr. Sharp. And at one point he looked like Johnny Fever. And at one point, he was telling us about something, and he called himself, while telling a story, he called himself a wimp. He goes, hey, I'm a wimp. You know, I couldn't do this, something like that. As soon as he said those words, he was absolutely fair game for that class. Every time he finished his cup of coffee, he found a piece of chalk in the bottom of it.
Sure.
Every time.
You do one thing wrong as a teacher and it defines your entire career.
Exactly.
Pick your nose once.
Right.
You're the nose picker.
There you go.
For the rest of your career.
Wear the same tie too often.
Oh, yeah. Smell, have bad breath. They will be on you. But at the same time, and, you know, you can imagine what I was like in school, because I was exactly the same as I am now. You know that there was teachers that they weren't like Jay here. You weren't going to get away with it.
Right.
I get abused pretty good, though. I got one of the kids told me to go F myself in the middle of class. They're in my third
what do you do? What do you do when they say F yourself?
How do you handle that?
I turned white. That was the first thing I did. And then all the kids kind of looked at me just like you guys did, like, what the heck is he going to do?
Yeah.
I tossed her out. I mean, I didn't know what else to do.
Her?
Yeah, it was a girl.
Did you squirt a tear?
No.
Okay.
All right, hold on, Jay. Here's a guy named Nighttime Chris. He wants to talk to you, okay? Hey, Nighttime, you're on with Jay and Ron, Fez, and Rooster.
Go ahead, Chris.
Buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, listen, I'll tell you what's wrong with education. This guy's like this Jay here.
Jay.
Who, you know, he's after the summer vacation, and he wants his benefits, and, you know, he doesn't really care about the kids.
He's like that summer school movie with Mark Harmon and Kirstie Alley.
Now, Jay...
Exactly. Why don't you teach Jim? Kids are disrespectful. What do you want, man? I wouldn't respect you with my last dollar.
What is it about Jay that means that you're not going to respect him?
Well, you know, it's more of a, you know, if you take the attitude that kids are disrespecting you and you're going to come with this pomposity, you know, it's just, you're not going to get respect. Give respect to get respect.
What would you do? What advice would you give Jay here?
I would just, you know, treat the children like human beings. You know, I think that's the problem with a lot of teachers.
What about the girl that's telling him to F off and threatening to meet him after school?
Tell him to,
well, then I'd cold clock him with a pan from the cafeteria if that came to it.
There you go.
A hardcore match.
All right, yeah. You got hardcore Holly on him. Here's Nick. Nick, you're on Ron and Fez.
Nick, go ahead, buddy.
Yo, what's going on? I just want to agree with my man, Jay there.
Oh, yeah.
I can tell you, I'm a student in college, and, well, first of all, you got to respect the kids, I understand. Humor is a huge thing. It wins them over. But, you know, sometimes you got these kids that, I mean, my parents were the opposite. You know, I said something, and, you know, I got the back of the hand, but now these kids, you know, their parents agree with the kids, and they will not defend the teachers at all.
All right, now let me ask you this. Why not just fail the little Fs?
Why
not
fail
say,
them?
you're out in the hall, you get an F. You get an F, you get an F, until some of these kids start to get into their head, hey, you know, I'm not going to pass on this. I'm not going to get by on this guy. I'll end up in summer school if I keep effing around with this guy.
You know, it's all the administration, you know, the PTA that I call the overprivileged parents. It's great and all, but I mean, it's not going to fly. You get a teacher like that and you get them fired because the kids are going to, you know, tell somebody who has it out for the teacher, and, you know, then it's going to turn into this huge thing. And you can't do it.
Hey, guys.
The only way you can you fight it is gain their respect, and, you know, that's hard to do.
Hey, guys.
I'm telling you one way to gain their respect. You F around in here, you flunk. I've had teachers like that.
Really?
Yes.
See, I mean, the way it is with me, I mean, when I got a phone call home saying, oh, you know, your kid's ass is in trouble, I mean, I got home with my father before I even looked at him. I got back of the hand. And you know what? That was scary. But the fact is the parents don't do that anymore, and they believe their kids 100%.
All right, but you hear what I'm saying. You're not asking to smack anybody. You're not doing it. All right, pal. You're out. You're not happening anymore. You're getting an F. You get an F in English, and you're in 10th, 11th grade, you're F'd. You're going to spend either the year in summer or 2 Englishes next year. Who the hell wants that?
No, I see your point.
It seems like you guys aren't standing up and using the weapons that you do have is okay. You're going to do this over.
Yeah, is Jay still online? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ask Jay what would happen if you did that to a student.
Go ahead, Jay. Tell me. Maybe I'm just so naive I can't get it. Yeah.
I have 5 kids on my team of 150 kids that got straight F. They were high-fiving each other about it, comparing who got, like, 1D wasn't cool compared to the F. It's pretty pathetic right now.
What do they do? What do they do with those kids?
Well, at my school, if you fail more than 3 classes, you stay back regardless of everything else.
I'd keep those kids back.
Yeah.
Like retards. I'd keep them back like retards.
They're not, like, dumb kids, though, which is, like, the worst thing.
What
They're
do
like,
I care? You know what? We have people here that ain't dumb, but they can't get their work done.
Yeah, I'm well aware. They're going to be in big trouble when they hit the real world.
I'd have them in big trouble now. You seem like you're not, maybe I'm completely naive here, Fez. And I don't think I'm getting through to these guys. But I feel like you do have some leverage over these kids.
I mean,
yeah, but
you're not allowed to, you're not allowed to hit them. You're not allowed to, there's certain things you can't discipline them with. That's one thing you can do. You can hit them with their grades.
Yeah, but like you said, they go around high-fiving each other with these Fs. You know, that's great and all. But, you know, if you had parents that when you got home and they saw an F on your report card, you got a little ass kicking, you'd aim for that B or still be in elementary school.
Jed,
Hey, guys.
You're on the radio.
Guys, I have a perfect example of that. Like, the family and the parents. There's 2 boys. They're both in 7th grade, like a half-brother, 2 half-brothers, remarried.
What happened on their half?
Farming accident?
Yeah.
Something like that. And both of the kids got Fs in 8 classes, all 8 classes. And we had the parents in for multiple conferences. They just don't care. And the kids go home, and they know they're not going to get in trouble. They know they're not going to get yelled at. So, like, there's only so much I can do. I can throw them out. I can yell at them. I can try to make them stay after and
I would just chuck them out. I would chuck them out every single time.
They're looking for structure from you, man. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for you to set it up. They're not getting it home. They're looking from you. If they just say F you and you just turn white and kind of cower away, the guy knows he can do it to you. Well, the girl, actually.
And the kids with and the kids with the 5 Fs, yeah, they may all be high-fiving each other, but that's not reality.
Right.
That's what they're doing with each other to try to look cool and not panic in front of each other. That's just a front. Please don't believe that.
All right, we got a break.
Yeah, we do.
We do got a break. All right, thanks a lot, guys. I don't know, maybe, I don't think I'm even getting through to those guys at all. I know nobody wants to go to summer school. Right. I know nobody wants to do the same grade twice.
Nobody wants to keep getting their yearbook picture in the freshman class.
But it seems to me a lot of these guys aren't drawing the line for them. You got to draw the line right from the get. I think a lot of these guys want to be popular.
And they're try to be that cool teacher.
Right.
And so what they do is they try to, you got a kid who's an F up in class.
Yeah.
And you're trying to be his buddy, or forget it.
I'd make them all sit down and watch The Sir with Love. I think they should all try to be Sidney Poitier. All right, we'll take a break. Right back. Around Fez.
Ron and Fez. 1027 WNEW.
We're Ron and Fez. Toll-free phone number 877-692-1027. Rooster's in the studio with us tonight.
Today, the last day of school, Ryan, in New York City.
Today.
Damn, they go late anymore.
That's a whole month of summer, June, that is gone by the time you're out of school.
The weird thing is, like other places, the kids will get off in early June. But now they're starting at, like, August 13th, August 14th.
Yeah, so they're losing the backside of summer.
Right, which I'll never be ready to go back in August. How the hell you play football then?
Oh, the whole world should just get till Labor Day.
All right, Fez, we were talking to some of the male teachers that were whining and crying that the kids aren't nice. And you and I were saying, draw a line.
Sure.
Don't let them cross it. Maybe we're naive. I don't know. Here's Rob. He's a school counselor. Rob, you're on Ron and Fez. How you doing, buddy?
Hi, Rob.
What's up?
Hey, man.
Hey, I'm a counselor, and basically I was kind of agreeing with, I think it was Jay that you were talking to before.
Yeah.
Basically what it is, kids don't have any sense of consequence anymore. It's really not like it was when we were in school.
So why don't they have a sense of consequence? Why can't we give them one?
you have so little control over what goes on at home. A lot of these parents, I mean, you know, back when I was a kid, if I got in trouble, my mother, I was guilty until proven innocent. Now parents are coming in and they'll get on your case as a teacher if they don't agree with you, regardless of whether the kid is guilty of something or not. It's really, it's crazy. They're just, kids just don't care if you fail, and they don't, you know, it's nuts.
So, and why can't you just send them on their way? Send them packing.
I guess you could, but they still hang around until they get to that age. You know, I'm talking about middle school. I'm in a middle school, so
right.
I'm seeing it at that age. But it's tough. It's tough with a lot of those kids. More and more, they just don't care. I mean, these are kids that are still getting anything they want from their parents. It doesn't matter if they pass or fail or don't get to spend any of that stuff.
So it's 100% the parents.
I would say a lot of it is. Definitely a lot of it is.
What would you change, Rob, if it was up to you, seriously?
Just there has to be better parenting. They got to get more involved in their kids' lives. They got to make them work for stuff. You know, I'm talking about kids that don't do squat but have stereos and $150 sneakers and all the video game systems, not just PlayStation, but PlayStation 2, Nintendo, GameCube, everything.
See, it's the GameCubes. That's what it is, Fezzy.
Damn Nintendo.
All right, thanks a lot, Rob.
All right, take care, guys.
Thanks for the call. 877-692-1027.
All right, here's George. George is 16 years old. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Ron and Fez?
Hey.
What up?
Hey, listen, this is from a student's point of view. I'm a student in New Jersey. We got out early, so I'm done now. But I had teachers that when they got pissed, man, you were afraid of them. Because you knew that whatever punishment they dealt out, you were eventually going to pay, you know?
Right.
But then I got other teachers that we used to walk all over because you knew that they weren't going to hold true to whatever they said.
See, now here is the exact same thing that we started this conversation about. Fez and I were saying when we went to school, there were teachers you could get away with busting their balls.
Yep.
And we did it. We terrorized them. Then there were teachers you couldn't, so you sat there, maybe you studied, or maybe you just sat there like a log thinking about, football teams or rock concerts you've been to, whatever, but you didn't disrupt the class. I honestly think it comes down to each individual teacher. And some of these guys can hold the interest, some of these people can hold the discipline, and other ones are going to get walked on. And you know what? If they worked anywhere, they would get walked on.
Oh, no matter what job they had.
All right, thanks a lot, Georgie.
Thanks.
All right, see, there's a kid. The kid actually just backed up what we said earlier.
That if you show how to draw the line, if you draw the line, the kids will follow it.
All right, here's Mike, the teacher. He was in last night. How you doing, Mike?
Doing great. I wish I was in tonight, but great subject matter. This is a little more important than 2 words in the Pledge of Allegiance, actually, if you're going to talk education.
Right.
Like you said, the first day of class, no matter what the level of the student is, what did we do as a student, and what you're going to find out how far can we go with this teacher. What can we get away with this teacher? First day of class, that's what you're thinking.
Every year. Every year
the kids,
you would do it.
Even the good kids who want an A are thinking, okay, what's the minimum I need to get my A for this course?
Actually, what you're always thinking as a kid, whether it's at home, whether it's in school, is what is the minimum I got to do to slide by?
Yep.
Constantly. Unless it's double shifts.
You don't want to make your bed, but if you can't get out of there, yeah, sure, I'll make the bed. If that's what it takes to get out of the house, I'll make the bed. Do I got to clean the garage? If it means I can go out, yeah, I'll clean the garage.
Yep. And with the guy who's having the discipline problems, it's tough. There's no, I have no panacea, cure all for it. I'm lucky, I'm 6'4", so I got a little intimidation on the size.
Yeah, you got a whole Hagrid thing working for you.
But you have to, the first day of class, I say, guys, it's real simple. If you're good to me, this course can be pretty fun and a little easy. But if you guys, if you start getting out of line, I'm gonna come like death from above, and I've done that.
That's what you gotta do. You gotta rain death on them.
Yeah. As in terms of
maybe show them Apocalypse Now. Show them the helicopter scene.
That's exactly it. And I've had to break up fights. I was sort of lucky in a way. I had to break up a couple of fights my very first year, and I had a kid come at me, not because he was mad at me, because I got between the classic thing to try to break up a fight. Usually when two guys or two girls want to fight, they really don't want to fight, but they're in the middle of the, lunchroom, and they got to do something, and everyone's around. So I get between the two of them. I'm real quiet, like, all right, I'm here. It's over. Separate and walk away. Everybody looks okay. And you know what? That works.
Sure.
Yeah, there you go.
But one time I had a kid who, as soon as I said that, took a swing.
At you or the other kid?
I think at the other kid. But I was right there. I grabbed his hand and I put him in a half Nelson. Then he freaked out, and I got him in a full Nelson and put him on the floor. Now, before the phones explode with how could you do that to a kid, the kid did did physically hit me.
Yeah, the kid struck you.
Right.
So you can defend yourself.
And it was just a full Nelson restraint. You weren't trying to break the kid's neck or hurt him.
But this was a big kid, and so he was really wriggling, and he went down on the ground. So it's sort of like that Fonzie thing. You got to have that perception.
Right.
From then on,
sure.
I was like,
One Nation Under Fonzie.
It's like when you're in jail. You got to go in and whip somebody's ass the first night.
And it doesn't mean physically. You just maybe on the first day of class. You remember that first day of class. You could remember that teacher, man. Remember that first day, 5 minutes into the class, Bobby got detention.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You make an example out of somebody.
You sometimes have to, and that sounds cruel. I am not trying to come across as the the tough guy teacher, because I want the kids to, the guys who, if you try to be the cool teacher, it's over. But if you get the respect and then they understand what is allowed in the class, then you, by proxy, become, if not the cool teacher, a teacher that's not going to be effed with.
All right, man. Thanks a lot, Mike.
Sorry I got this call waiting.
All right, set.
Thanks, Mike, the teacher.
Right.
I think Rooster was saying the same thing. Just lay down the rules.
If you're black and white, and I find if you take away their time,
it
depends on what color the kids
That is the
are.
most precious thing to them.
Sure.
Take away their time. They don't care about grades. Some of them don't care about grades.
Right.
But you say you're going to lose your after-school time, they'll shut right up.
But then you got to sit there with them, right? Maybe a lot of teachers don't want to sit there after school.
True.
Maybe a lot of teachers have to go out, smoke a joint after school, whatever. They're going, I'm not going to sit here, and then you're going to pay for it.
Hey, do what you got to do.
You got to do what you got to do. Here's Ed. Ed, you're on Fez.
Hello, Ed.
You know what? I'm sick and tired of hearing these teachers blaming the fact that they can't do their job on the fact that parents aren't involved. You want to know something? I have a middle school child, okay, a son. Okay, and I get the distinct impression that they wish I would dry up and blow away and not be so involved. Okay, and I'll give you and even when you are involved, okay, they treat you like a sack of you-know-what. Okay, I'll give you a great example. My wife gets called October. This is after spending about $2,000 on this kid, all new clothes, everything else, because, he's growing and he's also growing big. He's also, Okay, so I said, okay, fine. She gets a call. Do you need financial help in paying for more clothes for William? And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Well, it seems that he had worn the same clothes 2 days in a row. I drive this kid to school. I see the weird haircuts and the weird clothes that these other kids are wearing.
All right, the kid wasn't in trouble. They were just worried about it.
All I hear is, parents aren't involved.
Was he wearing the same underwear 2 days in a row?
No, the same outside clothes.
How'd that happen?
Because he decided this is what he wanted to wear again.
Listen, you want Fez and I to send you over some stuff, some T-shirts, some pants?
What?
You want us to send you? What size is the kid?
No, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The kid, we spent $2,000 on the damn kid, and then my wife, she's crying. Calls me, I'm crying from work. I call the principal, and they said, "Listen, we wish you wouldn't call and bother us with this type of nonsense." I said, "You called me." What? I'm sick of. You know what? I'm sick of tired of teachers blaming us because they can't do their job. Okay, if teachers could do their job. Okay, Rooster Crow or whatever the hell your name is, okay?
Yeah,
all
Rooster
I know
Crow.
is this, okay? And Jeremy and Jesse and James and all these garbage teachers that are calling up, okay?
You're the typical parent that's a nightmare to every teacher because you don't know what the heck you're talking about.
I know more, listen, jackass, I know more about how to raise a kid than you'll ever know.
Look, I'm sure Stinky is a wonderful young man.
With the yellow armpits.
Like, you know what? Listen, you know and I know that sometimes you get a kid, hey, listen, I want to wear this again. So you figure, okay.
2 days in a row? Never.
But isn't that...
Yeah.
But isn't that what you want the school to do? To watch out for the welfare of the kid, and if they think he's in some sort of financial strait, that they're going to call and check on him?
If they had called me up or called my wife up and said, hey, listen, he wore the same clothes 2 days in a row. Is there something going on? That would have been one thing. But to basically say, listen, you're poor, which we're not. We spent $2,000 on this goddamn kid's clothes.
All right, look, I want you to understand. All right, Ed, calm down.
He's
calm
filling
down.
up the classroom.
I'm going to tell you a true story. This kid, Charles, in 6th grade, he was a new kid, right? He wears this satin shirt to school. Everybody looks over and they go, hey, look, people actually commented to him.
Nobody commented to my
No, listen, I'm trying to explain something to you.
Oh, you go ahead.
I'm going to explain. So he wears this satin, like you don't see a kid in 6th grade wearing satin.
No.
Son of a bitch wore a satin shirt.
Wow.
Everybody was saying, what a cool-ass shirt. The next day, the kid mistakenly thinks, I'm going to wear my cool shirt back, right?
Okay.
Everybody starts to call Charlie now Trash Truck Chuck because he made one fashion faux pas.
Yes.
9 years later, his name is Trash Truck Chuck.
I understand what you're saying.
So the teacher is going, oh, geez, this kid, maybe there's problems.
No,
they told you. You're freaking out.
Wait a minute. I understand. Believe me, I impress upon him a lot, okay, because there's stuff he does that, listen, your reputation is going to stay with you forever. Kids still remember when I was in 7th grade, I decided I didn't want to be part of this party they had in school because I was just decided I wanted to be the rebel with a cause, okay? And to this day, well, it's a long story, but anyway, so to this day, kids still bring it up, and I'm like 15, 20 years out of high school, and this was in 7th grade. I understand what you're saying, Ron, but okay, the kid decides, listen, I see kids walking into that school dressed like they look like they just rolled out of the 5th regiment.
How do you know their parents aren't getting called too?
But see, here's the thing, too. You know that maybe that is a style for a punk kid or whatever.
Well, parents.
I know, but parents never understand the style thing.
Wearing smelly clothes day after day is never going to be in style.
Then don't call me up and impugn my integrity by saying, listen, do you need financial help? Listen, if they said, hey, listen, your kid wore the same thing to school today.
All right, Ed, here's what all these teachers have been saying all night. We can't call these parents because they act like lunatics. So we tell them if there's anything wrong. No, here's what they're saying.
Shoot that down in 1 second.
If they ever say anything wrong to you people about your kids, oh, I'm worried about your kid, you freak out.
Right.
You go crazy. And you're still going crazy because the teacher worried because the kid wore the same clothes twice.
First of all, it wasn't his teacher. It was some stupid school nurse. All school nurses should be shot in the back.
So then what does this have to do with the teacher?
Okay, but then the teacher, no, because you know what? It's a whole school environment. Oh. It's an attitude in the school. And
you should homeschool this thing. Homeschooling.
A teacher or any teacher calls me up and says, your kid did this or that or that or this, I'm going to say, hey, listen, I'm going to believe the teacher. In fact, when I have parent-teacher conferences that I have to have every year, okay, I'll walk in, and one of the first questions I ask is, listen, how is his brother?
All right. Thank you very much. Wait. Thanks a lot.
All I got to say is one thing. Parents are not the problem. Teachers are the problem. Teachers that don't want to do their job. And if you don't want to do your job, quit. So you get a job that lasts 12 months. And you don't get off when 4 snowflakes hit the earth.
Ed, I don't know if the parents are the problem, but I feel comfortable to say that you are the problem. You, in particular, are the problem.
You think we found it?
We found the problem. We got to go to break.
Him and his smelly-ass kid.
The kid can't help it.
Stinky.
Golly. I could never be a teacher. I've made up my mind.
The kid shows up 2 days in a row wearing the same clothes. The school does what everyone complains about, complains that they don't do, calls and checks on the kid.
Right.
How dare you care about my child?
And this guy is holding a grudge. He is holding a grudge.
He can't stand it because they asked that the kid kind of bathe a little before he shows up at school. Put a couple of bars of Lifebuoy underneath its pits and send him back.
Oh, I could never teach if I had to put up with that even once.
He didn't like... He was
Rooster,
angry.
It's because you're a teacher. It was like if we were down south and we said we have a black man here. That's how he
Crow.
sees you.
Was that a racial thing?
Yeah, I think it was like
Jim Crow laws.
Yeah, Jim Crow. That's what
I was
coming
taking it. And who's ever on the phone's the spelling bee champion. Parrots are what a lot of these people want to talk about, not parrots. All right?
Oh, because I thought it was the parrot's fault.
It's the parrot's fault on a lot of these calls.
Hey, I'm thinking if these kids are literally wearing a parrot to school, they're wrong.
We shouldn't teach the children to be pirates. I'm just going to go out on that limb. Yeah, I know it's going to cause a lot of debate. But kids shouldn't be pirates.
All right, here's one from somebody we know. I won't even mention the name. The 9th grade English teacher called and was worried because the boy had a tattoo, which was none of the teacher's business. It's not an offensive tattoo, and she had no reason to interfere. No 9th grade kid needs a frickin' tattoo.
That's illegal, right? If a kid that age can't have a tattoo, can't get one.
The teacher is probably looking at this going, this is wrong. I'm going to check and make sure there's someone at home. And they're furious that they did it.
Right, that this kid isn't locked up like the Gimp somewhere, getting pierced and tattooed and tortured in some crazy house.
All right, we got to take a break. 877-692-1027 is Ron Fez.
1027 WNEW, New York.
Here come the Roosters! Broadcasting live from beautiful Midtown Manhattan, where on a clear night you can see a plethora of pretty plastic puppies popping up. It's the Ron and Fez Show, and I'm your announcer, Rooster. Now let's introduce two guys who think that I'm the cock of the walk. Ron Bennington and Fez Whatley, radio's Barnstormers.
Ron! Fez!
Ron and Fez!
Hey!
Everybody come see the greatest show. Gather up all juggalos and roll. Everybody come see the greatest show. Gather up all juggalos and roll.
All right, buddy.
But as Ron and Fez doing the nighttime version of the show.
Rooster hanging with us. Very nice job announcing, Rooster.
Thanks, guys.
Even though I know for a fact Billy Staples tried to F you up with that opening.
Yeah, that was just a very mean trick, and Ronnie and I apologize to you.
And it rocked.
You know what? And he couldn't trip you up as much as he tried. He pulled it off.
First time we had actually a good announcer in some time. Here's some people are upset about that whole parent call and teachers. It's like old school talk radio we're doing here tonight.
That's what we're doing tonight. The classroom is open for this PTA meeting.
Do we kill puppies? Give us a call. 877-692-1027. All the lines are open. Here's Jen. Jen, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, Ron. Hey, Fez. How are you?
How you doing?
Good, thanks. I'm a teacher at a Catholic school in the Bronx.
It's hot.
And I wanted to call and say just a few things. Number one, that the parent that called in before is a jackass because he doesn't show that he's not doing his job, because if his kid didn't know that wearing your clothes 2 days in a row was dirty, then he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing as a father.
That's Ed.
Yeah.
Number two, I totally agree with what you were saying about having to come in and be the drill sergeant the first day and establish yourself.
Yeah.
Otherwise you get walked all over. But what you also need to do is show the kids that you respect them. Because if you do that, then they'll respect you, because that's all they're looking for. Because I'm a high school teacher, and at 16 and 17 years of age, they don't feel like anybody respects them. And if you show them that somebody cares, then they'll care about you and care about what you're teaching. And
you think it's as complicated as all that?
Well,
it's not just who can I push, who I can't?
No, because certain kids are like that, sure. But, I mean, I'm young. I walked in the classroom at 23 years old.
Hot.
My kids were 16 and 17.
Oh.
And it could have been, let's push the young teacher around. But
do you wear the uniform, too?
No, unfortunately not.
Could you?
If you wanted me to.
Yeah, I do.
Right.
You know, but, Jen, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm sure there's all different styles. Everybody has to use whatever works for them. If it works for you, and it sounds like it does.
Yeah, it does. It absolutely does. But it also, maybe because I am younger, I have that relationship with the students. Like, I can understand
where they're coming from, whereas a 55-year-old teacher...
You think some of them are just burnt?
Oh, teachers, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. But teaching is something that you have to love. And if you are done loving it, then you need to get out.
Do the boys just stare at you dreamily?
I don't have boys. It's an all-girls school.
Oh, jeez, you're killing me. That's so hot. Jen, you sound great.
Thank you.
We'd love to have you come in one night.
Hey, I'd love to.
Yeah.
I am a recently converted Ron and Fez fan.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you.
We're having a party on Friday night if you'd like to stop in.
Sure.
You can meet the Rooster. He's a teacher.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, hold on, Jen.
All right.
Get a bunch of Catholic school outfits. Matter of fact, I want all the girls in Catholic school outfits on Friday. It's Catholic school night.
Get one for me, too.
No.
Petite. What?
You'll come in when, we all have people dressing as Ganesh.
Elephant head?
We add 3 arms to you, and you're Ganesh.
I do not have an elephant head. It's just big.
Here's Karen. Karen, you're on Ron and Fez.
Karen. Hello, Karen.
Karen? Going? Gone.
No, Karen.
Here's our buddy G-Vac. G-Vac, what's up, buddy?
What's going on, guys?
You, man.
Hey, G-Vac.
What's up, Rooster?
Buddy, what's up?
How's things?
You hear Rooster do that intro?
That was fantastic.
Yeah, I thought he did
right.
great. You hear what that frickin' Billy Staples tried to do?
Plethora of puppy. I mean, you know,
what the hell? Did you ever even hear an intro like that before?
It's ridiculous. Come on. Give the guy a break. He's in there, he's half out of it as it is.
Half out of it.
Yeah.
Thanks for sticking up for him, G-Vac.
Thought that guy dressed him down, calling him Rooster Crow and all that.
Yeah, that was Ed the parrot.
I tell you what, when I heard the intro again, I thought it was 10 a.m. again. I was all messed up over here.
Please,
you're messed up.
Whack. I know we're not allowed to bitch at it because people think we have it easy, but we are whacked.
I could not. I don't doubt it one bit. I don't know how you guys are doing it. Amazing.
Thank you very much, my friend. Hey, we're having a party Friday night if you want to stop in.
I will definitely be there.
All right.
Maybe you can do the intro.
There's going to be drunk girls there. I'm in.
Yeah.
Catholic school girls.
I want to.
Yeah,
I want to dress. How many of these girls? Check tonight, Roy. This is going to be your job. See how many of them have Catholic school outfits.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Yep.
And it's like a little Catholic school party.
All right.
I'm a 12-year Catholic school product myself, by the way.
Was your first chick a Catholic school girl?
Yes, she was.
Yeah, so was mine.
Yeah.
Notre Dame High School. Oh, God. Saddle shoes still do it for me.
Oh.
Because but then, like you're like half an animal. You have to do it in the woods half the time. We left the uniform on. Like a dog. You're outside. 90% of the time when I started, I was outside.
It's true. It's so
Either
true.
that or breaking into a parked car.
The plaid skirts, the knee highs.
Oh,
you never knew you could do it indoors.
That stuff is the best.
My God. Oh. What
You know what? Adults should have to wear uniforms.
Oh.
No matter what the job is, put a uniform on.
And saddle shoes.
We should get
saddle shoes are the best. I'd rather saddle shoes than pumps.
Oh, I'm with you.
All right, thanks, G.
All right, guys.
We'll see you later, pal.
Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Did he even talk about teachers?
No.
He just talked about saddle shoes.
He mixed up his meds.
Again.
Here's Jay. Jay, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello, Jay. You there, buddy?
Yeah.
No, not there. Here's Claudia. I just saw a chick. Hey, Claudia, you're on Fez.
Claudia.
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead. You're on the air, dear.
I am an elementary school science teacher.
Uh-huh.
And that guy caused me more agita tonight than I've had all year long.
Are you talking about Ed, the parent?
Ed is a jerk. Ed is every teacher's nightmare. He is a horror. How dare he? I feel so sorry for that child that is growing up in his home.
Now, do you think it's wrong the fact that the teacher checked in because the boy wore the same clothes 2 days in a row?
No, maybe if this kid never did that before, maybe like a red light went off in this teacher's head and she said, hey, this kid, this is very odd for him to have done this. Maybe there's a problem.
I can't understand what's so wrong with the school calling and checking on a kid to make sure everything's all right at
Depends on how
home.
the teacher did it. Maybe, if she had an attitude about it, then, I could understand.
Well, I
But
think
if
it was the school nurse.
The school nurse. Well, and that's another thing. How dare he attack school nurses?
Yeah, I don't understand. It seems like is one of those teachers that, one of those parents that can't stand anything that happens in school.
And any principal worth their weight in gold, especially if you're a new teacher, will tell you, you do not walk into a classroom in September and become a child's buddy. You lay down the law, and for the first few weeks of school especially, you do not let them get away with anything. Otherwise, they will walk all over you. And I've been a substitute teacher.
Isn't it? And then later, maybe you let them have a Christmas party, and then they're all relieved and they love you.
Halloween,
right?
Christmas,
and they're like, "Oh, we're getting away with stuff." But if they come in the first days of party, they're going to treat you like garbage.
They're going to walk all over you.
And they're going to want it every day.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly right. And substitute teachers need to do it 100 times over the day that they walk into a classroom.
Yeah. All right, thank you so much, Claudia.
I love you guys.
Oh, thanks.
We had a great
I'm so turned on my teachers now. These chick teachers drive me nuts.
We had a great substitute teacher. When she came in, she had that big bouffant hairdo where, there was a scarf tied in the middle of it. She wore, a mini skirt and go-go boots. Her name was Miss Liberty. Her actual last name was Liberty. So it was like we were getting a superhero coming in to substitute for us when we were little kids. We always got Miss Liberty.
Hey, Fez, we're talking about kids. We actually just graduated one yesterday.
You're kidding.
Congratulations to Sheepy. He graduated.
Wow, I can't believe he made it.
Even with that spelling that he has.
Which is atrocious. I'd say it's atrocious, but he can't spell that.
It look like atrocious.
School is good, he wrote. But congratulations, Sheepy. We're all proud of you. Very nice.
I wonder what his next plans are.
I think it's art school. He's a good artist, yeah.
Okay, that's
He's
good.
an artist.
He's a phenomenal artist.
Talented.
Nice. All right, that's perfect for him then.
Good, because your kid should be aiming for something, so you're not going to end up becoming another Wonderboy.
Exactly. Just living day to day.
Look at the way he spells. Poor kid.
He's actually going backwards. He was engaged. He was out on his own. Now he's completely backwards. The fiancé's gone. He's back with his parents. It's a mess.
Yeah. You don't know what he's doing.
He's going back. Pretty soon he'll be nursing off the teat again. And he's going that far backwards.
I give him 6 months before he crawls into the womb. He literally dives into his mom's womb.
Just for the safety and security of it. He stinks.
Here's Kim. Kim, you're on Round of Fez.
Hi, Kim.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah.
Good. I had a student, you were talking about students who had bad body odor.
Yeah.
And I had a student.
Ed's kid.
Oh, yeah.
He was a nice kid, but it was so bad.
Now, what age?
Fourth grade.
Fourth grade? You should be stinking by then.
Yeah.
You know?
What's the kid eating? Onion sandwiches?
What was that?
Smell like...
He told me he had 3 Dobermans and they slept in the bed with him.
All right, that's a problem. The kid's, it's a 3-dog night over there, Fez. He's like an Australian outback.
Doggy cologne.
It was so bad that the teacher that I taught with, we had to put stick-ups under the kid's desk, because when we go up and be in front of the room, we'd feel like we were going to puke.
All right, so the kid stunk, so what should I end up doing about it?
I brought in some cologne.
Oh, jeez.
And I taught him how to put cologne on.
Yeah. Oh, God.
And then he told his friends.
Yeah.
And one day I see them in the corner all putting cologne on.
Oh.
The whole room smelled like my father's cologne, but it was great. He was a nice kid, and I did speak to the father, and they were a very poor family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he just smell like a mixture of body odor and cologne, though?
I know. After that, it's just dog and cologne.
Right. You might want to, before you slap on the high karate, get the kid in the bathtub.
Oh, the cool kids are wetting their pants.
I tell you, there's so many things that teachers can tell you about that and about. I teach middle school, so now it's a whole different story.
It's a whole different smell.
Now you have boys, with their hands down their pants.
What do you do when this happens?
Get out the cologne?
Slap a
candles?
Little Old Spice on there?
Well, one boy actually was able to talk to him and his father about it, but the other boy, he was in 8th grade, and I was teaching with another teacher, and I'm like, oh my God, look what he's doing. And we just didn't even know what to do.
We didn't know what to do, and we didn't say anything. We didn't want to embarrass him.
Why don't you get him some hand lotion?
Yeah.
Yeah, you usually buy cologne and jewelry for the kids. Easy. Easy, Asma.
All right, thanks, Kim.
Thanks. Bye.
Playing this as the kid walks into the room.
All right, our buddy Horde King's on the line.
Nice. He's so wise. So magnificent.
You like him, huh?
I love the Horde King. I always like the advice he gives people.
Now, even though he kind of said you're a little obsessive about the way you eat your food, Fez.
You know what? I agree with him.
Yeah.
I'm sure I am. I'm not one of these people that has to just panic as soon as the Horde King lays down an observation.
Right, because it wasn't an attack on you.
No.
The way Billy took it, or Al always takes it. All right, here's the Horde
And I
King.
thought he nailed it with those guys, especially with Al and the kid touching.
Sure.
Hey, guys.
Horde King, how are you, my friend?
Hanging in. I hope you're building this fame and this crazy schedule.
Yeah, it's insane. I know we talked to you sometime this week, but I don't remember when or where we were at. Was it today?
I don't even remember.
I thought that was 2 weeks ago.
That was
It's so
today with the
freaky.
guy who was killing.
Bizarre.
The guy was killing mice.
Oh, that's right. I was going to say we haven't talked to Horde King in a while.
At night.
Oh, okay. What's up, Your Majesty?
Well, I am listening to these teachers and the anti-teachers call in, and I have to say that teachers, in my opinion, are the most undervalued American heroes that we have. They're constantly dealing with parents who are basically whack jobs, who feel that their kids can do no wrong, who not only don't appreciate when a teacher tries to get involved and encourage and motivate a child, but actually attacks them. I mean, you had this Mr. Ed, who was just all incensed that the school nurse had the temerity to call him, saying that his son wore the same clothes 2 days in a row. Now, this is a person who should be thanking the nurse or the teacher who was involved.
Exactly. If something was really wrong with this kid and the school did nothing about it, everyone would be complaining, where was the school? Why didn't they see this?
And it would be on the front page of the Post, school board, the school
Scuella
doesn't
DeVille.
act, or Cruella the school board, something ridiculous like that. But the teachers have it so awful that there are many, I would say by and large, most teachers are overwhelmingly motivated to teach the kids and to help the kids. And it's not a profession that people go into to make money.
All right, Horde King, Ed the crazy parent is called back. Would you want to talk to him?
Oh, I'd love to talk to Ed.
Good. Here's Ed. Ed, you're on the air again. How you doing, pal?
Guys, I'm going to be very calm in this one. First of all, let me just do two things. First of all, after I got off the phone, my wife corrected me. It wasn't that he wore the same clothes 2 days in a row. It was that within 2 weeks he had worn a pair of sweatpants that were about a size to 2 sizes too small for him, that he had pulled out of a bag that she had set up to take to Goodwill or whatever. So in other words,
it sounds like you're really involved as a parent if you didn't know what the story was.
No, because you know what? Because it was early this year, and Horde King, do me a favor, okay? Take your sidewalk psychology and go peddle it on the other side of the street, okay? Okay, no, I'm not angry. I also,
Your kid showed up sporting a camel toe.
The fact that you guys have never met my son and you've been calling him smelly and stinky for the last half hour, doesn't really endear me. I like you two. Believe me, no one was ever happier than the two of you being on a midday.
Thank you very much, Ed.
But go ahead, what?
I said, Ed, this has much less to do with your son than it has to do with you.
No, it has to do with my son. Yes, Rooster, I am your worst nightmare. I'm an involved parent. I'm a parent who takes
You're an involved parent who didn't know what the problem was.
Well, because I'd forgotten the exact particulars of it. I knew what it was. But the thing that really got me, if they had called up, let me stipulate one thing here. If they had called up and they had said, listen, he's wearing these clothes, they're a little too small for him. Did he put these on or didn't?
What do you mean? Like his ass is hanging out?
No.
Was it
No, they were just like,
had a bulge
tight.
going?
They were tight. What?
Was there like a bulge going? Was that the problem?
No. It was just tight. He's not old enough for a bulge yet.
Now, why is the kid wearing sweatpants instead of regular pants?
Because it was just that, you know what happened? Ron, how many, you have like 2, 3 kids?
I have 2 kids.
Okay, you have 2 kids. You know that sometimes there are battles you fight and sometimes there's battles you don't fight, correct?
I don't know where you're going with this.
What I'm saying is that the kid wanted to wear these sweatpants. My wife's trying to get out the door to get him to school. So she said, fine, this is the last time you're going to wear them. You want to wear them today? Fine. But this is the last time. And she figured, well, I'll sneak them away. I'll stick them back in a bag, and he won't wear them again. And then he did it. Then he found them in the bag. He obviously wanted to wear these stupid sweatpants for some reason. He's got, as I said, $2,000 worth of new clothes, and he wanted to wear these old stupid sweatpants.
Yeah, you hit away.
Well, there's some battles you fight and some battles you didn't. She didn't want to fight this battle, so she didn't fight the battle that day. Okay? She had planned what she was going to do was, when he got home, take the sweatpants, throw them in the garbage, deep under the garbage, and he'd never see him again. Fine. But, you know, she called it. And the thing is, the way she called. If she called up and said, hey, listen, but she called up, do you need financial help? Ron, if I called you up and said, basically, in essence, listen, I know you're poor. I know you're destitute. Do you want to hand out?
Ed, earlier you also said all school nurses should be killed.
Well, okay. Maybe half of them.
Okay, so you're not a rational person or an involved parent.
Right, Horde King, do me a favor. Where do you have your Ph.D. from?
I'm in the process of getting it right now.
Okay, do me a favor. When you get it, put up your shingle and go peddle your papers elsewhere. I'm not in the mood to hear it, okay? You know, believe me, if you guys knew all of the blood, sweat, and tears that goes into this kid, okay?
Yeah.
Well, right now, you know what I mean. Okay. I will tell you right now. Okay, Ron's a parent. I know Fez isn't. Okay, Rooster, are you a parent?
No.
I'm thinking of adopting in Florida.
I take offense how angry you are. It's just teaching in general.
Are you a parent?
Yes, I have 3 children.
Okay.
Wait, what did you just call him?
Horde Slob.
Oh, come on. You're just trying to be...
Okay, Horde King then, okay?
There you go.
Okay. Whatever the guy on the phone
your
name.
kid names.
Okay. Here's the thing is, I will bet right now, and this is not a knock on either Ron or you. Okay, but I bet all you, the 5 kids that we're talking about here are all biological kids, correct?
As opposed to robots, yes.
No, as opposed to deaf kids, okay?
All right, we're probably getting in too much into this one deal.
Okay, what I'm just saying, is
first, I can't lose the audience.
Parents are not,
you didn't know why she was concerned. You changed your story when you called back.
No, I know why she was concerned. She was concerned because she wanted to stick her nose where it didn't belong.
Appreciating that someone gives a damn and wants to take an interest in your kid.
Give the damn is one thing. Calls me up and tells me I'm poor is another. It's not what you say, it's the way you say it.
Why are you getting so upset that someone's interested in your kid? Is
because
it
it's not what you say. He has a teacher that is worth his weight in 20 times his weight in gold. Okay?
Because he doesn't bother you.
No, he does. He calls me up when it's necessary, and he knows that I'm involved. I have probably written more to that school and called that school up more about my son's education with different things, because the kid's in special ed, okay? And the thing is, I will, wait. I will say, hey, listen, let's try this, let's try that, let's try this. And you know what I get basically told? Where the teachers, where the school, go away.
All right, Ed.
What?
It just gets crazier and crazier.
Because I'm making a point here, Ron, and you got the Horde Slob and the Rooster Pro can't handle it.
All right,
the point
you're
is
special.
that every time you feel like you're losing ground, you
and
add
I bet I'm more involved than the two of you are as fathers.
Well, Fez is very involved with children, I can tell you
that. Yes, I do a lot of work with children. Just nobody can hear about it. All right, so here's the thing. The guy has a retarded kid who went to school in pants 3 sizes too small. The teachers were worried because everyone was seeing retarded ass cleavage, and something had to be done about it.
It's not that big a deal. Get the kid some pants with a zipper and send them to school the next day.
And next time a teacher or a nurse or any school administrator takes enough of an interest in your child to make a call and find out if there is something that's going on in the house, you should sit there and go, thank you very much for your interest.
All right, thanks a lot, Horde King.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Have a good night, all.
All right.
Take care.
Everybody always got to attack the Horde King.
He only wants to help. That's all he wants to do.
Rory, what is it? You're waving at me over there. You're jumping up and down like you're landing planes.
What's wrong? Are your sweatpants too small? What's happening over there?
What do we got to do with you? You want me to take you out to Rothman's?
Get you some new sweats?
I'd love it.
Maybe if you stop growing out of your pants every time I turn around.
And pull them up. I know they're tight, but pull them up.
Well, that's the style. That's the rapper style that he says he's got to hang his boxers at the top.
If he was wearing boxers, I'd be fine with it.
Yeah. Oh. What is it?
I just wanted to remind you we have a unique New York trivia contest up next.
Great. All right, so that's a chance to get registered. We're going to do a big-ass game show version of You Know You Need Unique New York. So it's another chance to qualify to come in studio and compete for a $500 shopping spree to Saks Fifth Avenue in Manhattan.
Now, only call in if you know this unique city, okay?
All right.
I don't want to hear some people going, I don't know. You have to know your city.
Please. All right,
we're not asking you questions about Turkey. Of course you're not going to know that.
You need to know unique Turkey?
But to me, you live in New York, you should know these answers. They're fairly simple.
All right, so we will do a round of that when we come back. Phone number 877-692-1027.
We're on a Fez.
Ron and Fez. Frequency 1027 WNEW.
You know you need unique New York.
Time for another round of the game of knowledge and pronunciation. You know you need unique New York. On the line, a pair of tickets to the preview screening of The Road to Perdition, starring Tom Hanks, Paul Newman, and Jude Law. That's going to be on Monday, July 8th, thanks to DreamWorks Pictures and Saks Fifth Avenue, plus a copy of the Road to Perdition soundtrack, and your chance to qualify to come in studio for a big-ass game show, and a chance to win a $500 shopping spree to Saks Fifth Avenue in New York City. That's good stuff.
Hey, Gene, you're on Ron and Fez. What's the name of the game?
Hi, boys.
What's the name of the game, Gene?
The name of the game is You Know You Need Unique New York.
Okay, very nice.
All right, we're going to go to Roy Hamptons. He's going to ask you your question.
Okay.
The question is, which hospital in New York City was the first in the country to offer a hospital-based ambulance service?
Bellevue.
There's the winning cowbell right out of the gate.
Total guess.
Speaking of which, get a hold of Veg. There you go.
Hold on, Gene. You won those tickets to the previous screening of Road to Perdition. Plus, you've qualified to come in studio for the big-ass game show.
All right, what's perdition mean, do you know?
That's a good question. I have no idea.
Is it a city or does it mean something?
Perdition. I'm going to guess it means, like, redemption, because it sounds like it.
Because of the shun?
Because of the shun part of it. I'm going to guess it means...
needs sheepy.
So I'm guessing it means, like, the road to redemption. But who knows?
I don't know either, but with Tom Hanks, I'm sure he'll end up on an island at some point. All by himself.
Roy Hampton, do you know what perdition means?
Yes, it's loss of soul or eternal damnation.
All right, I was the exact opposite. I couldn't have been further from the right answer.
Well, Fez, maybe on Bizarro World, you'd be the guy who knows every word.
They're always working towards perdition.
Sure.
Here, we try to avoid it.
How about that last movie, that island movie Tom Hanks was in, Castaway?
Yeah.
Now he's at the point where I'm such a big star, I don't even want other people in the movie with me. I'm Pinky Benson, and he should literally start playing every role.
The most I will let in this movie with me is a volleyball. That is it. As long as the volleyball doesn't have any lines and doesn't upstage me, I'm Tom Hanks.
Then he actually called the volleyball his wife's name. Did you ever notice that?
Yeah, Wilson.
This Tom Hanks, they gave him the Lifetime Achievement Award the other night. He's 45. He's 45, and yet he's the actor. There's no one else left that maybe needs an award before they die. How about Paul Newman himself? Did he get one?
Probably not.
That this guy, well, if you die tomorrow, you're the best person that's ever been.
Did they honor his work at Bosom Buddies?
Yeah.
Because that's the good stuff.
They actually invited Peter Scolari in there to say hi.
Nice.
This guy, we knew it. He had something. Nobody could show up this whole night and has a beef with Tom Hanks. They all think he's a genius.
That was nice that Peter Scolari got a meal. That he was allowed in. Just have a nice dinner.
And I thought he was a talent one. He was my favorite one on the show. I said, watch this Peter Scolari. He's heading places.
Going back to Castaway, I like the idea that they went to Tom Hanks and said, hey, we want to do this movie, just you and Wilson. And his wife had to be thrilled for 2 seconds.
Right.
So she found out she would be played by a volleyball.
Was it actually her doing the voice?
She was up for the part, and the ball beat her. It was going to be another person on that island. The ball beat her out.
Crazy Tom Hanks. Nutty as hell. I mean, they showed up, Fezzies, like they were talking about the Pope.
Next week, they're honoring Colin Hanks. He's getting the Lifetime Achievement Award.
He was there.
Yeah.
And Kiss-Ass Dennis Miller said, someday we'll give this to his son Colin.
Golly.
It was fantastic.
In Orange County.
Right. Already, for just Orange County, you get an award.
He's on his way to perdition. To his Lifetime Achievement Award.
It should be permission to perdition.
877-692-1027. Now, Ryan, here's a story. Here's what you love. You hear me talk about my mother from time to time.
Yeah.
Here's one that makes mine look like a saint. This woman is at a New Jersey Cardinals game. They're a minor league team, Class A team. All right? She's there with her 8-year-old daughter and the Brownie Troop. That's nice, huh?
Sure.
They all go out to see some minor league baseball.
Take the kids to see the minor league ball game and have a great time.
Well, his mom, her name's Lois, she didn't like a call that the umpire made. Apparently, a guy hit a grounder to third. He was thrown out at first. She didn't like the call. She jumped the fence in the bottom of the 7th and let the umpire have it. She's screaming at the umpire. She won't leave the field. They end up having to cuff her and drag her off the field in front of her 8-year-old daughter and the Brownie Troop.
She is so into a minor league game that she leaps off and runs into the field.
Yeah, she's so upset about the call. I don't know whether she was involved with the ball player, the left fielder who hit it.
Sure. Hey, it's a minor league game. It doesn't matter. All these guys hope they get called up during the game. That's how little the game means to them.
But that's what you want when you're 8 years old, to see your mother go nuts, not just in front of a whole crowd of people, but a baseball stadium and your Brownie Troop.
You ever remember some of the Little League parents?
Oh, God.
Coaches and parents?
They are just awful, and it's every level, too. I used to sponsor a T-ball team, because that was the youngest you could get around the kids. And the parents there on T-ball, they would freak out. I saw one fat lady eliminated, thrown out of the ballpark, because she went out there cursing. She started cussing during a T-ball game.
T-ball's what, like 6, 7? They're not even...
It's littler. I think it's 4 or 5.
Right, they don't even keep score.
No.
Or have a lineup. The kids actually line to hit the ball off a tee.
Yeah.
What could she possibly be mad at?
I can't remember what she was so upset about.
A woman like that should be stun gunned. I remember one game I was in. It was actually pretty hilarious to say, but, you know, now looking back on it, it's kind of dangerous. The coach and his son were played, right? And they're mad at some call. So we're sitting on our, on our bench, and here is the son and dad out, jawing the umpire together. Now, we got to be like 13, 14, 15, I think, in this league. At one point, the dad sweeps his leg, kicking the umpire's legs out from underneath him, right?
Oh, nice.
The guy goes up in the air, comes down. Then the son and the father/coach start to put the boots to the umpire. We are just sitting there with our jaws dropped.
They work as a tandem. All of a sudden, they're the good fellas.
Parents go nuts at these Little League games.
It's awful, some of the things you see. And the kids aren't nearly as into it as the parents are.
No, not at all. You know what always killed me about Little League, too? Because in my neighborhood, a lot of kids were in my neighborhood. We had a field, and everybody would go out and play like sandlot ball, where the game would literally start in the morning, you play all day long.
Oh, nice. You just come and go as you can.
Yeah, you have to eat lunch, whatever, somebody else moves over. We would play all the time. I never saw a kid actually cry on a ball field till we got to Little League. Because no parents showed up and were watching us. You could suck, you could be good, you could change the rules a little bit. We just had a good time. We cussed. We smoked a little. But when we put those uniforms on, suddenly there was all the pressure in the world. Suddenly your parents care how good you could hit. Why don't they care when you're out at the field how good you could hit? They don't care.
No. Now you're dressed, you're organized, you're on parade.
And they go nuts.
They go absolutely insane. One time I played some little league, and there was a kid. He was just having an awful game. I think he was pitching, and it was just awful, and he's getting shot. We never won a game anyway. And I remember the father yelling at the coach, telling him, "You're an awful coach," and taking his own kid out of the game. And just letting the coach have it.
Yeah, I saw all that kind of stuff happen, where they literally think that their kid is so good he should be pitching.
Right.
The kid don't want to pitch. You see him just standing there like, oh, what the F?
They don't know what he's doing. Got no business. No business.
Here's John. John, you're on a Fez show. How you doing, buddy?
John.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
What's going on, bro?
I coach Little League Baseball. 7 to 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
These kids don't even know what's going on during a baseball game. Their parents are jumping the fence and going after the umpires. We had to stop a couple games because of parents going after umps.
It's insane, and you're exactly right. At that age, you have maybe one or two kids that you think, he's got some natural talent. He's, a lot of times some of the smaller kids, they might even be able to turn a double play or a pitch, get the ball over. But you're going to have 4 or 5 kids on the team that are looking up at airplanes, or you see them throwing their glove up in the air during the game.
Yeah, they're daydreaming. They're drawing stuff in the dirt.
And all you got to do at the end of the year is give them a trophy. That doesn't have to be anything. They just want a trophy at the end.
Wrap tinfoil around a ball. They'll be happy with it.
So literally the parents came over the fence?
Yeah, it happened twice. Not that many times, but I guess twice is too many times. Yeah, these kids, they don't. At the end of the game, they ask me if they won or not.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
They don't have a clue.
It could be like the biggest game of the year. It's a one-run game, and at the end of the game, Coach, we win?
Right, exactly. They'll
Just
ask
tell them
what
yes.
happened. I coach a basketball team, and at the end of the big game, the kid goes, what happened? He literally said, what happened? I just said, hey, everything's good.
Go get your soda.
That's the
All right, guys, I'm
Go
gonna
get your free
now.
Coke.
That's the funniest thing. The only time that kid ever hustled was to run to the snack mom. Because every week we had a different snack mom, and they would be lining up, and I'd see him running his ass off. I go, there's the fast break we've been waiting for.
Was he wearing sweatpants 2 sizes too small?
All right, come on, Fez. You're going to bring that up, and then Eddie gets his feelings hurt.
Sorry. 877-692-1027.
Here's Rob. Rob, you're on Run the Fez.
Hello, Rob.
Buddies.
Yeah, buddy.
What's up?
How you doing, Rob?
I'm doing good. I'm funny. I'm listening to this, and I've always said nobody screws up a kid like an adult. And basically, it's amazing. The worst to me was the guy living through his kid, who, okay, his kid might be a good player, but he puts him on a pedestal and, treats him like he's a superstar, like he's going to make, he mistakes him being a good local player, for him playing on the Yankees.
Right, yeah. You know what? It's funny because I played a lot of ball when I was younger, and I played in a lot of different leagues and all, and I knew kids that were phenomenal, and I never even knew anybody who made it to single A.
Yeah,
it's such a long shot.
They say 1 out of 10,000, with all the expansion and all, it's still something like 1 out of every 10,000 actually is going to make it to the major leagues, much less be a star.
I don't even think that you're looking at 1 out of every 10,000. I'd be shocked with that.
Well, I think Barney Rubble had the best line ever. Actually, Fred did. Because when they had the big episode where the whole town goes crazy and kills Fred because he makes the wrong call.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
And Barney says, Fred says the kid's going to go off and play in a sandlot by themselves away from the adults. And Barney goes, but who's going to teach them? The first thing the kids need is the fundamentals. And Fred says, no, the first thing the kids need is the fun.
And this is your way of going through life.
It sure is. Barney's my hero.
All right.
Bye.
Right,
Call
he's
back
not
in middays.
real.
Call back in middays.
Some people listen to Confucius, others Barney.
Right. This guy wants to have more Flintstones taught in the school system.
One Nation under Fred.
Tom, you're on Fez.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What can we do for you tonight, buddy?
Yeah, you guys are talking about it like, all these fun, loving family members that get involved. My father showed up to one game my whole Little League career. He shows up half drunk, and he sees one kid not doing too well at the plate. He gets up with a cigarette dangling in his hand, trying to hit the ball to the incoming pitcher. It was exciting.
So your dad walks out on the field, and what does he do?
He's half drunk. He's got, a cigarette dangling out of his finger. He sees this little peewee kid. He was the smallest kid on the other team, no less. And, he comes and huddles around him like a good father figure, but he's, stumbling. And, he makes the kid pitch a ball, that poor bastard. He makes him pitch a ball, and it kicks, and totally misses and everything. It was awful.
God, these are the stories I love.
Yeah. 877-692-1027. I remember in my Little League, there was this coach that everybody liked. He was a real nice guy. And, everyone always played at the same field. And even if it wasn't your night, all the other kids always showed up to watch the other games.
Sure.
One night, on one of his off nights, this coach, who was just a real nice man, shows up drunk with like a German Shepherd on his short leash. And was telling all the kids, this dog can rip your arm out if I let go of him. We never saw him again. They tore the stripes off him like it was branded. He lost his team and seemed like he lost his place in the community. One night of drinking. Shows up with an angry dog. Hey, Tom, you're on Fez.
Hey, Tom.
What's up, boys?
Yeah.
Yeah, one time, the only time my dad ever went to one of my Little League games, he actually called me a pussy because I bunted. The man knew nothing about baseball.
And he thought that the bunting was just a pussy move.
Yeah, he's like, why didn't you swing? I'm like, well, because I had to bunt, Dad. That's no excuse. You don't know how to play the game. Dad, have you ever seen a baseball game in your life? No.
That's perfect, even when you're doing the right thing. But
yeah, I know, really. See you, boys.
Thank you for the call, Tom.
See you.
Sit.
877-692-1027.
Mike, you're on Fez.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey, Mike.
Hey, I just wanted to say what Rob said about Barney Rubble. He hit it right on the head, though. It's in all reality.
Rubble is so wise.
I'm sorry?
Barney's so wise.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about making the kids or having the kids have fun, But I was
making the kids have fun.
I was doing some research last year, and it turns out that in some states and in some leagues, they're not allowing the parents to comment either way. Just as parents have to just sit there silently while the kids play. And there's no positive,
they can't even cheer. Never mind yelling. They can't cheer either.
Absolutely.
And these deaf mute leagues, I think you're going a little too far there.
Well, you know what it is?
It's not a golf gallery.
Yeah, but some people just can't help but get caught up, and that kind of prevents the whole thing from rearing its ugly head of the whole negative side where people start cursing at the pitcher on a Little League on a pitcher on the opposite team.
I don't think I could go if I couldn't cheer. I mean, I could control myself enough not to heckle children. Maybe.
Right.
I say just sit there and shun them.
It is a bit extreme, but I just thought it was kind of interesting, actually. But anyway, I just wanted to give you guys that to chew on.
All right, see you later.
Have a good one.
Thank you. It's like a courtroom.
Hey, Rob, you're on Fez.
Rob.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
2630 checking in.
All right, buddy.
Hey, I come from a soccer town where rather than playing Little League baseball, a lot of people in my town play soccer.
Where are you from? Sao Paulo?
Monroe, New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
And when I was younger, to see some of these parents yell at some of these refs or umps, whatever they're called, over some of their calls, it's like, what, is your kid going to go on to be a professional foot fairy for the rest of his life? Who do you know that plays professional soccer?
Yeah, it's very rare, and it does seem like the parents get pretty wrapped up in it. And soccer, most of the parents don't even know the rules. Like, the dads didn't play, so how do they know whether the kid's doing okay or not? They're picking up the... I'd say it. They're picking up the game with them.
I had one of my coaches. I got put up into this, almost like travel team league where it started to get really serious, and the soccer moms were there.
Yeah.
They'd show up and, they'd be standing around while the coach was talking to us, and they sat us down on the fence the first day of this one league, and he said, when you slide tackle, I want you to slide tackle like you mean it. If you break that kid's leg, you break that kid's leg. Like, all the kids just nodded their head yes, right. But it was my first day there, so I kind of, like, nervous laugh, like giggle, like I thought he was kidding. I'm going to break this kid's leg. This woman looks at me, what are you laughing at, kid? Something funny, kid.
The soccer mom?
The soccer mom.
Now, how old were you?
I had to be 9 years old.
Right. Like, you could even pull it off if you had to. I can't slide into someone strong enough to break their leg. I'm 9. It's been 5 years now since I stopped wetting myself. I'm 9. I'm not ready to break legs.
Ma'am.
Here's Mike. Mike, you're on Run of Fez.
Mike, what's going on?
Yo.
Mike?
You there?
Yeah, we're here. Always.
Yeah.
We're constantly here. Trust me.
I used to play travel, too, and I remember when I went away to Poconos, I was out in the middle of the field. My dad got real hammered the night before. I look over at my dad, expecting him to give me a big thumbs up, like, go team. And there he is, puking up against the tree.
Oh, nice. That's why you can't book these games in resort areas.
Yeah,
people are going to party.
That is.
Jeez, there's Dad puking on
the field. All right, guys, later.
Thanks for being here, Dad.
Here's Rich. Rich, you're on Run of Fez.
Rich, what's going on?
Hey, guys, I played competitive everything growing up. I saw psycho parents in baseball, soccer, wrestling. But my old man, he was awesome because there was no way in hell you were going to silence him. and I wanted his encouragement. I wanted to hear him yell it.
What was it? What was the kind of stuff that he yelled?
Oh, he'd be grab a leg, grab an arm, squeeze his head. He'd say all sorts. The best one was...
And that was in baseball.
No, that was for wrestling, but the best one was in wrestling. He yells out, come on, Rich, move that kid, he ain't no barrel. And the woman in front of him goes, excuse me, sir, that barrel is my son. I love my old man for that one.
Did your dad care whether you lost or won? Was he too fun?
No, actually, you know how the saying goes, if I show you a good loser, I'll show you a loser?
Yeah.
I was very gracious. If as long as I tried to put it all out, nobody ever said anything bad.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of guys. We were on our road to the state championships for soccer, and in Connecticut where I live, it's big time stuff.
Uh-huh.
I knocked 2 kids out per game. You never saw happier parents.
Beautiful.
I was the enforcer, man. I was the biggest kid. Because I wrestled, I could take anybody. And I used to do head balls like it was a piece of cake. I could care less.
All right, thanks, Richie.
Peace.
Take care.
Here's Mikey D, our buddy. Mikey D, I guess he has a sports story for us.
And 5-time Tony Award nominee.
Mikey D.
Hi, Ron. Hi, Fez.
Hi, Mikey D.
Hi, Rooster.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, buddy? Well, listen, I don't know so much about these sports parents.
Yeah?
But what's worse, I think, were stage mothers, and I went through that since I was 4 years old. And I had some crazy stage mothers, including my own.
What would happen? Because I have no idea what it's like to want to audition when you're 4.
Sure, let's emasculate the show and tell us, Mikey.
Here's an example. I went out for a Dr. Pepper commercial, and there's a bunch of kids, and we're doing a dance number. The choreographer is there teaching us the dance number. We're doing it, but I wasn't a kid who really smiled.
Was it the one with David Naughton?
Yes, it was.
Great.
And my mom's on the side saying, smile, smile, screaming at me. And at the end of the audition, they always say, okay, the kids that were going to say their names, they could stay. The rest will go, home and we'll call you. Don't call us, we'll call you. Well, that was death. And then when you came off that stage or that little rehearsal studio and you saw, like if I saw my mom, she was killing me. It was because I wasn't smiling, my hands weren't out.
Did you hate it?
What was that?
Did you hate it?
When I guess when I got older, that's why I rebelled. That's why I went crazy, man. When I was 15, 16, it was just like too much. I actually went to an audition and I sang Shook Me All Night Long when I was 16 just to rebel.
Yeah, we all rebelled like that.
But stage mothers like Irene Cara's stage mother, Danielle Brisbois' mom, they were all crazy, man.
Steffi from All in the family?
Yeah, her mom, I think her mother was
Your life
Mary.
was so weird, what you're bringing up to us. None of us can identify with this.
Well, let me tell you, her mother Mary was crazy, and Irene Cara's mom was the nuttiest Puerto Rican lady I have ever met in my life. And I think that's why Irene Cara is a little bit off the wall now. I've been trying to contact her, but she's gone.
Call her mom.
Probably because of her mom.
Yeah. All right, hold on. Nicole wants to talk to you. She grew up as a dancer, too, okay, Mikey?
Okay.
All right, and, I guess these kids are for, gee, I hope I get it. I hope I get it.
How many do they need?
How many boys, how many girls?
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Nicole.
I had the worst experience with stage mothers because I'm short myself, and everybody wants their child in the front row. So everybody's pushing their child to the front, and my child needs to be in front because my child's the best. And then they put the makeup on the kids. That's the worst.
Did you ever get those moms that gave the sarcastic clap when the other kid was up? Like, great
Oh, yeah.
job.
And then they turn to the next
Great.
mother next to them, and they're like, that's my child. That's my child.
Meanwhile, they're calling up another mother, backstabbing you.
Oh, of course.
Oh, always.
Well, my child couldn't be in the front because she's a little bit
All right, so
too tall.
All right, so you guys were forced into this at a very early age. Did you ever, confront your parents after you got older and say, what the F did you do to me at 4 and 5 years old? I never wanted to be on Broadway. I never wanted to be in a Dr. Pepper commercial.
Oh, no, you get addicted to it. That's what the problem is.
Absolutely. I mean, the adulation of being on the Tony Awards and waving around like a ham is the best.
Oh, yeah. It's addictive being on stage, that's for sure.
But don't you see this is no better than what Jean Bonnet went through?
You know,
Yeah, it could be.
Except no one murdered you.
Yeah, that's true. No one murdered me, but
I worried
I'm not
that
on
all you
stage
guys-
lately either.
All you guys kind of feel like you peaked at 5 or 6 years old when you were really cute.
Well, I peaked when I was like 15, 16.
That was your peak. What happened then?
That
what
was
was
it. That
the
was when I
highest
was in
point for
Runaways.
you, Mikey?
And,
You were in
because-
Runaways.
What was that?
Well, you were in Runaways. That was a play?
Yeah, that was the Broadway show.
Uh-huh.
That was my peak. I mean, that was like everything. That was the big thing. You made it on Broadway.
Right.
You did a cast album. You were on the Tony Awards. And I just, at that point, I was at the top of the Plymouth Theater with some of the guys who were real runaways in the show.
Ready to jump?
No, throwing fireworks at the patrons coming in to see us.
Oh, nice, nice.
So that's how crazy I got. I was cursing out producers. And like
I'm
I said,
Mikey D, damn it. I've
poor
been
Joseph
working.
Papp, he felt my rap there one afternoon.
No, you yelled at Joseph Papp?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, Joseph Papp and his assistant Robert Wright.
Papp, I'll destroy you in this business. I'm Mikey D, child actor.
Maybe you didn't see the Tony Awards. Maybe you didn't see who was dancing out there waving like a ham with the rest of the cast of Runaways.
Now, most of the time, were you wearing tights, Mikey D?
Well, I wasn't wearing tights and Runaways.
But you did wear tights, right?
Yeah, I did like Nutcracker at the Metropolitan Opera House.
When you were wearing...
Literally.
what age are you there?
What age was I then?
Yeah.
Do a nutcracker.
11 or 12.
You're 11 or 12 and you got the little bulge going. Was that intimidating for you?
That was intimidating because when you're in the dressing room,
Yeah.
you're with the older guys.
Right.
And the one thing that I used to wear is the dancer's belt.
Yeah.
I used to make sure the dancer's belt was on before I went to the dressing
Now,
room.
what is a dancer's belt for us, straight guys?
It's a cup for
The dancer
dancers.
belt for a man
Yeah.
is more like a jock strap, but it's not hard in the front. And it's like a fun.
I bet it was hard in the front when you saw the older boys.
Back in the dressing room. Could you
All
stuff it?
Yeah, did you ever stuff it?
No, never stuffed it.
Yeah.
No.
And
But
the
the
Joseph
fun
Papp.
thing going in the back there, that used to bother me as a 10, 11-year-old kid.
Sure, I imagine it would. Now, anybody hit on you at that age? Because,
Luckily, the
Luckily,
dance
yes.
teachers that I had.
Luckily.
Luckily, they all hit on me.
Fortunately for me, yes.
Well, that's why I get along with women so well today. But, no, luckily the dance teachers and everybody else, because I was usually the youngest boy there, they used to protect me. They used to just say hands off. But there was stuff going on.
They'd hide you between their cheeks.
Well, believe me, there was stuff going on.
Yeah, I bet there was. All right, here's Dave wants to join in on this. Dave, you're on Ron and Fez with Mikey.
Hi.
Yeah.
What's up, fellas? I thought you talk about Little League Baseball, not dancing around with the Dr. Pepper song. What's up with that?
Yeah, that's right.
Strapped to the little sissy there is what it is.
All right, wait.
No, but you know, the Little League shit got crazy. A buddy of mine beat the coach up because he didn't put his kid in on the middle of the field in front of everybody.
All right, how long ago did this happen, Dave?
About 2 years ago.
All right, 2 years ago, your buddy, the kid doesn't get in. He's not all that good, maybe, or maybe he is, and he just doesn't get into the game. Your buddy climbs the fence and beats the coach's ass?
Climbs the fence, says, oh, why my kid in there? He was like, oh, no, we're not going to put him in now. We're not going to put him. He said, oh, you're going to put my kid in now. David Cobb's like, no, we're not going to put your kid. Oh, yes, you are. Oh, yes, you are. All of a sudden, fisticuffs.
And this was a Broadway show about baseball?
No.
No, there's nothing gay
Oh, we're back to
about
sports.
this.
We're back to sports.
Being on Broadway wasn't gay. I'm just trying to compare the two. I didn't do sports when I was a kid.
Being on Broadway wasn't gay. Nathan Lane is on line 9, trying to disagree.
Sounded gay.
Tommy Toon disagrees. He's also on.
Oh, my God. Did he wear a jockstrap like the other guy had on?
Wait a minute.
Was it hard in the front?
Hold on, Mike Piazza on 11. He says there are some gays in Little League.
All
right, Davey. Thank you, buddy.
Thanks, Dave.
All right, Mikey did. It also hurt your feelings that you didn't have the normal, like, we're talking Little League stories tonight.
Right.
You didn't have that experience. You're wearing a dance belt, worrying about the older boys.
That's,
some of the older boys were, Richard Gere was in that show, right?
Richard Gere was in Midsummer Night's Dream.
And
I played a fairy in that.
Typecasting.
There we go.
All right, here's the thing.
Get that as a drop. It's like Alice back.
All right, so it's you. You said Patrick Swayze was there too, right?
Now, Patrick Swayze was a Music Man.
All right, now, did you ever see their cranks while you were all getting ready?
Absolutely, we're all in the same dressing room.
You saw Patrick Swayze's crank.
And Richard Gere's.
Wow. I don't think you missed out on anything, Ronnie, by not playing baseball.
Why can't these guys, when they're around an 11-year-old boy, take their underwear off in a different room? Why do they got to stand there with their crank hanging, face level with Mikey D? You must have felt like you were in heaven, huh, Mikey?
Oh, I was in heaven, yes.
You must have felt like you won the Tony. Or at least the Patrick or the Richard.
He's sitting there holding Richard Gere like this. I'd like to thank everyone who got me there. Everyone who got me here.
That was my Oscar.
It's like my Oscar. All right, hold on. Here's Dave. Dave, you're on Ron and Fez.
The same Dave?
No, I think
different
it's
Dave.
All right.
Dave, you're on the air, buddy. How you doing?
What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask Mikey D, when he played Little League, was his number 55 and Hagar on the back?
Now, you do, Mikey D, you do look a little bit like Sammy Hagar.
That's true. I started getting into sports when I was in my 20s, and I actually played semi-pro hockey.
Semi-pro?
Yeah.
Are you sure you weren't just an extra in Slapshot?
No.
Slapshot 2.
And my
with
number
the great
was
Stephen
69.
Baldwin. Your number was 69 when you were with Richard Gere.
Don't tell Ken Berry about this.
You ever see Ken Berry's crank?
No, he had his own dressing room.
Nice.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you saw the twig, but not the berries.
Right.
That's a good one, Fez.
Thank you.
You did a little pun there, and you turned it around.
See?
Ba-da-boom.
All right, Mikey, we got to take a break.
All right, guys.
You had a one wacky life.
Yes, and it keeps on getting wackier.
Yeah. All right, buddy.
Thank you, Mikey D.
All right, guys.
5-time Tony Award nominee, Mikey D.
You know, we were having some nice Little League stories, and Mikey D with his Broadway.
He geared it all up on us. Richard geared it completely up.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
877-692-1027.
Ron and Fez.
Ron and Fez. 1027 WNEW.
Taking it to the river. We're Ron and Fez. 877-692-1027.
Fez, do you ever shut up forever, like 2 or 3 seconds? Just sit quietly.
We are just about done with our 6th show in 3 days.
Nice.
That's kooky.
Rooster hanging out with us tonight.
Thanks for coming in, Rooster.
Thanks for having me, guys.
You coming back for the party?
Will there be drinks there?
Yeah.
I'm in.
You don't have a problem with the drinking, don't you? You like your drinks?
Once in a while. A night.
Usually when you're teaching. Is that how it works out with you?
Between periods.
Oh, I'm tired. I've turned on the Rooster.
Yeah, I know. You're like Ed. Special Ed, they called earlier tonight.
Special Ed, the parent.
We called him Rooster Crow. Here's Ozzy. Ozzy, you're on the air, buddy.
Buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Ozzy.
Hey, card holder 14437. So,
Put your headphones on so you can hear it.
hey, I want to ask Rooster, what's this baby he found in his drink?
What's this?
A baby and a drink?
Yeah.
Are you talking about the naked, drunk baby I found in my tequila?
Yeah, what's the story behind that?
Yeah, tell me.
What is it?
I was drinking a little margarita, some tequila in it this weekend. I looked down and I had a little miniature baby floating in there on its back.
Really?
Yeah.
You have any idea why?
Well, it was a connection to a family party that was coming up. We had these little plastic naked babies because it was going to be a baby shower. And I thought the things were the most frightening looking things you've ever seen. I mean, it just looked like they had like Pac-Man eyes or like Miss Pac-Man eyes. They were weird looking.
So
I'm used to umbrellas.
So these little plastic babies freaked you out?
Yeah, I was freaked out by them. So, what are these going to serve at the party? There were thousands of them. They're just going to like throw them all over the floor, and they were in the cake, they were on the cake, they were all over the place. So I said, I'm
Rooster,
sick of these things.
They weren't going to organize a march on you.
Well, after a couple of margaritas, someone decided to put the thing in my drink. So when I looked down, it was kind of almost looked like baby Jesus in the manger. He was just like laying on his back in my tequila.
Yes, if baby Jesus had been born in a margarita glass.
Yeah, so we partied.
You guys still talking?
This was the weirdest thing I've ever heard, and I'm not even sure I heard it. I may be asleep right now.
All right, Ozzy, there's your whole thing. Okay?
Right?
Yeah.
So Rooster gets weirded out by little plastic babies. I got something like that. It's whenever a little kid wears an adult-sized mask.
Freaks you out?
Weirds me out to no end. Like at the wrestling matches, you'd always see a little kid in an adult-sized Sting mask. Would weird me out. Little tiny kid eyes peeking out through an adult face. Weirds me out.
Why?
I have no idea. It just gives me the creeps.
Are you afraid of dwarves?
Not as a rule, no. Just
Dwarves
a
with
little.
masks.
Maybe it's a mask thing.
Would you be able to put up with a dwarf with an adult-sized mask?
I'd have to see one, but I'd probably freak.
What about a little kid with like an animal face mask?
If it's proportionate, if it's a little kid's mask, I have no problem with that. If it's like a little kid's Halloween costume and he's putting on the kid-sized mask, that's fine. But if he's going to put on like a big tiger head, that's probably going to weird me out.
What about this? A kid, let's say 5 years old.
Yeah?
Still with the umbilical cord coming out.
Oh! And a mask?
And a small Zorro mask.
Small Zorro mask.
Yeah.
Would still weird me out, yeah. Put that one on the list. That would still get me.
That's weird.
More the mask than the cord.
This is Frank. Frank, you're on Fez. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Frank.
Hey, you know what? First of all, it's disgusting that he has a party just to celebrate his girlfriend's fifth abortion. Second of all, there's no such thing as tequila. What was that? I had a tequila.
Why are you attacking poor Rooster? He's sitting in here. Huh?
Rooster. Celebrate abortions by drinking babies.
I missed the thing. This was an abortion party?
Why would you have an abortion party, Rooster?
What did I miss?
It was a baby shower with little plastic babies everywhere.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
From the dollar store. Thousands and thousands, about $10 worth was about 50,000 plastic babies in the house.
And Rooster's still weirded out by this. Were they in masks?
Little Zorro masks.
Oh, jeez. Biblical cords? Is it unbiblical? What the
It's
hell
biblical cord.
No, it isn't.
Yeah,
No.
because you learn about them in the Bible.
No, that's not true.
They're biblical cords.
Sheila, you're on Manifest.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, Sheila.
Hey, did the little plastic babies look like the Yates kids?
All right. We're just, we're ruining this whole thing. Fez and I were doing so nice. And we don't have much longer to go. It's a 6 show in 3 days.
Right.
And the wheels have come off, and we're just skidding across. Sparks are coming up from the bottom.
And there's thousands of plastic babies flying everywhere.
Let's change the baby thing. Let's get off the plastic baby thing. Kids and masks. That's where we went wrong.
Fine.
Nothing about any kind of cords either.
Cords,
start over.
masks, and babies all off limits at this point.
Start fresh.
Okay? 877-692-1027.
All right, you want to get really weirded out by this, Fez?
Yeah.
All right, make sure you stand up, stand straight, and look straight at me.
All right.
In the last 3 days, you've done 24 hours of radio.
Oh, my gosh, we did a day of radio.
Yeah. Because the whole thing, people are going to, hey, tired. I'm going, you know what it feels like? A long car trip. It's not like real hard to do. But you ever driven to like Vegas straight through and you go, oh no, we'll save all of our money and we won't get hotels? That's what it feels like. And you're cranked up.
It feels like that, and it also feels like the part of the trip where if you're in a state that takes a really long time to get out of. Yeah.
We're in a long Texas.
Yeah, you're stuck in Texas. So, you know you're traveling.
Yeah.
Sure, you look out the window, you see the scenery passing by.
Right.
You know you're moving, but it don't feel like it because you're still here. You're still in Texas.
I got a feeling that tomorrow, since it's Thursday, is going to feel like New Mexico.
I
and
hope so.
Friday, you'll see the Vegas lights. Wait a minute, tomorrow's Tuesday, Fez.
Don't do that to me.
Rory just shuddered.
Rory bit his knuckles.
I was too frightened when I heard that.
I did have today ask what day it is, and just prayed it wasn't Monday.
Yeah.
The longest Monday ever.
No one cares. That's the other thing about this. No one cares. People go, hey, I work 8 hours every day. What's the big F?
Yeah. Today there wasn't even a boss in here to say, hey, how you doing? You holding up? Doing okay?
The only person
Need a TiVo? Huh?
I know. You know what I'm thinking? Nice Dell. Might be a nice way of saying, here, thank you.
I know.
Here's a Dell, you son of a bitch.
You know, it shouldn't come from us, but
Rory.
the management of this company needs to say a very nice thank you to Ron and Fez. And I don't mean a frickin' dinner in the village, all right? I mean a nice thank you.
Fez, here's the thing. If we start bitching, then we're not the cool guys who helped out.
I'm just saying
Now
someone
we're the
should
dick-
drop a hint.
Now we're the dick guys. That should have been up to you, though, Rory. You ought to get me and Fez a nice Dell, and you and Billy Skakels ought to get a nice either toothbrush or some kind of one of those electric pencil sharpeners.
I just bought a new toothbrush, though.
Here's the thing, though. This is experience for you. You're getting experience.
I love it.
Fez and I, on the other hand, we're on the downside of our life. Things are crashing down for us.
You just got 24 hours of radio experience in the past 3 days.
And you're sitting there with a shaved head and an ether habit. You got no cares.
Life's good for you. We're stuck here in the middle of Texas.
John, you're on Manifest.
Hello, John.
Buddies.
How are you doing?
Buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Good. Listen, I wanted to thank you guys for doing so much radio lately.
Oh, no one
Great.
has to thank us.
No, but listen.
Thank us
about
with
the
a
morning
Dell.
show.
A dinner in the village would be fine.
About the morning show. It's kind of like drinking OJ right after I brush my teeth. It's like, it's not right there, but we're with you.
I don't know what you're saying, but I appreciate it,
I think he said we're like a really bitter taste.
Yeah.
So thanks for nothing.
Bob, you're on Manifest.
Hello, Bob.
Yeah, what the hell kind of a compliment was that? I'm still trying to figure that one out.
I don't understand.
Tell me.
I mean, I don't understand.
No
what you're
Dell.
saying.
I heard you
Forget
guys...
the Dell thing now sounds pushy. Bill, what's his name again?
His name is Bob.
Bobby? No, the kid who works for us with the bald head and the glasses looking like half a maniac and the cigarette burn on his face like God knows what happens over the weekend.
That's Rory.
Hey, Rory. Rory. Don't make a big deal out of it, but, say hey. Dell.
All right?
I'll get you a
Last time the son of a bitch gave us a TiVo and I still got it working and I love that thing. But maybe something else. Surprise me.
Yeah.
Okay. What a bread? Maybe a nice bread maker. Something like that. Something like a use.
Wow, that'd be nice. See two of those sitting on our desks.
Maybe a bread maker and a dough. You get Fez a trailer hitch. Everybody's happy.
Something. All I know is that come Monday we walk in here after a weekend of sobering up, and we see two bread makers sitting in there. They're going to get thrown at somebody.
You know we're doing 2 more on Monday.
Yeah.
2 more on Monday. So,
2 a days continue next week. What do you want, Bob?
Bob, what is it? You like impending doom.
Private conversation.
You're hanging over me. What is
Hello?
it? Yeah.
You ready for me?
Yeah, we're ready for you.
I just wanted to say, Monday morning, you guys are all chipper coming on the radio going, hee hee hee, it's Ron and Fez. I can't wait till Friday night when you go and,
You're whacked. You are one whack son of a bitch. I'm tripping now.
It's like someone put a plastic baby in his drink.
Look how bad Rory looks. Rory's just holding himself. You've lost weight.
Rory, calm down. We're going to get through this.
I can't stop laughing.
Troy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, Troy.
Hey, what's up, guys? Big ass caught hold of 4540.
That what you want? That make you happy? You see a damn big ass?
Hoo-ah, him to death.
Oh, I love that, man.
You've gone mad.
Keep it going.
What do you need, buddy?
I just want to know how long you got before you guys start doing lines, like doing coffee intravenously.
Let me tell you something. And I'm saying the truth. I'd shoot my sponsor and do 2 rails right now.
In that order.
Another question, fellas. You guys promised to do like I Will Remember You with the Al Dukes I'm Gay clips. When are you going to do that for us? There are a lot of us online that want that. Hello?
You know what? Why don't Fez and I put on tap dance shoes and we'll just tap dance for
All
a
right,
minute.
we'll act like we're Mikey D. We'll get our cranks grabbed by Richard Gere, and everything will be sweet and rosy for you, Troy.
Somehow along the line, you got the feeling that Fez and I are talking monkeys. And you come spinning by here, we put on a couple pair of roller skates, and look at the monkeys go. That ain't the way it's going to happen.
Dance, monkeys, dance for our pleasure.
What do I have to say? This is not a bit. What do I have to say? This is not a bit. What do I have to say? This is not a bit.
Is that what you want to try?
Well, while you're at it, can you do like the 2 to 5 overnight too?
Hey, what are they running on the overnight?
Is it us? It's got to be.
No, it's not.
What's on 2 to 5?
You guys are going to hate to hear this love line.
You got to be kidding.
We've only got one love line. We run it 6 times a week.
Ronnie, you just spit that water all over me.
And Sunday afternoons.
I think it got in the board.
Why don't you guys do Sunday afternoons?
Oh,
instead of
no
your
water in the
commercials?
board, huh?
Hey! That board's expensive. We
hope
won't be
it
able to do 2 shifts a day. We lose this board.
It's the only way we'll sleep. It's the only way we'll sleep.
Fellas?
Yeah.
You need a new producer too, right?
Yeah.
Always.
Okay, I'm going to send you my resume.
Great.
Love you guys.
Sure.
Bye.
There you go.
See ya.
We just got it.
Let me put it with the other resumes. Thank you very much.
Ronnie, I'm headed to the ladies. Hand me that resume.
Why are you going to the ladies' room?
I need something to wipe with. Now, Love Lines is on after us at 11.
Yes.
And then on again at 2.
Well, actually, it goes straight through 7 hours straight.
7 hours? We're bitching about 8 hours of us.
No, I'm sorry.
It's 7.
Yeah,
6
6
and a
straight
half.
hours of 14-year-old girls calling. Is it okay that if I'm bleeding? That's the entire show.
That people get to hear about, I don't have a considerate partner.
I'd love to hear one adult call. Here's Sean. Sean, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, guys. Thanks for a great day of radio, and I'll see you tomorrow morning around 10 a.m.
Don't start on this, okay, Sean? All right?
We're trying to figure out a way to drink water out of a camel's hump.
Oh, it can be done, I think.
Ice pick and a long straw.
Right.
It's not that hard.
Naz, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello, Naz.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, what can I do now?
Are you Naz or you Edward G. Robinson?
Where's you going now, Moses?
I just want to thank you guys. You guys are awesome.
Don't start on me, Naz.
No.
What kind of name is Naz?
Yeah, what is Naz short for? NASDAQ?
No, Nazareth.
Nazareth?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Is that an Indian god or something?
No.
Oh, that's Rooster.
Were your parents just big fans of the band?
No.
Love hurts. Ooh, love hurts. There goes Rory. Wake him up.
As he got kicked over to the Nazareth section of the CD wall.
Section. There's one song.
Yes, Naz, what did you want?
I just wanted to say thank you, and you guys rock. You're the greatest ever.
I think you're just effing with us, honey.
Thank your parents. They named you that.
Okay, I think you're effing with us.
No, seriously. You guys are better at night, but, you know.
We're way better at night. You know
It's
why?
good to
Because the
hear you.
callers are better.
Yeah, I know. The day calls suck.
All right, Naz?
You'll be lining up next to them.
Naz, this is for you, honey. It's your song. It's for Nazareth.
This is going out to Nazareth.
This is Nazareth for Nazareth on WNEW. You know what's always weird? You take a song like this and somebody's still going, oh, geez, I remember that chick.
Oh, yeah.
No matter how bad the song is, somebody's going, some song will remind you exactly of some girl, and you're going, oh, Jesus. Wonder what she's doing now.
Why did a girl named Nazareth have to call?
I wonder who she's banging right this second.
877-692-1027.
Kevin, you're on Manifest.
Hey, fellas, just want to let you know, I got my alarm clock set for you tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock.
Don't start, buddy. Seriously, is that what you do, seriously?
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't work, you know?
My shift starts at 10.
What kind of work you do?
I work for Home Depot.
Right.
Excellent.
Thanks, fellas. See ya.
Thanks for the call, Kevin.
Roy, you set the alarm clock for 10 o'clock when you get in here tonight, you son of a bitch.
10:02 for you, right?
Don't think Jeremy didn't know. You come in here, your head shaved, drunk, with a cigarette burn on your face.
The boss tends to notice these things. And he keeps notes. They're very, very tiny, but he keeps notes.
They're tiny, but to him they're huge, because he's small.
Right. He was carrying around an encyclopedia the other day. I said, what's that? He said, it's a thing of Post-its. It was just a package of Post-its. It looked like an encyclopedia in his hands.
That's how small he is?
He's that tiny. He's very, very small. It was the Yellow Pages, actually.
I went out to...
That thing of Post-its was the Yellow Pages to him.
I went out to lunch with him. I'm having lunch, and I'm just feeding him with a little eyedropper.
Really?
Yeah.
There was a baby shower.
Yeah.
Someone put him in Rooster's drink.
Naked?
Yes, he's that tiny. He's little. little.
Kevin, you're on Manifest.
Hi, Kevin.
Hey, guys. Isn't Billy like a version of a Ganesh? I was listening earlier. Doesn't he have the head of a human and the body of an elephant?
Kevin couldn't even get it out without laughing. Reverse Ganesh.
All right. The thing about Billy, and I see him come walking in here because he heard his name, he's officially dead to us. You're the walking dead.
Dead man walking.
There he is.
Dead man walking.
All we needed was a little help this week.
And we got Bupkis.
What's that mean?
Nothing.
Oh, good.
Just nothing.
I thought you were giving a compliment.
I think it means redemption. Redemption.
Last night he was walking around town in a trash bag. We couldn't get one break out of him. No clothes, just a trash bag. Jeff, you're on Manifest.
Hello, Jeff.
21.
Hoo-ah! Does this make you happy, big man?
Hoo-ah, hoo-ah, hoo-ah. Very happy. Because I am so happy you guys are back on middays. I used to be calling and everything. Now I work in a hotel 3 to 11. I can't listen to you or O&A. It just kills me. And when I heard you when I woke up on Monday, I almost did a dance. And I called my twin brother. I was doing a dance. I was so happy.
And the weird thing was he was doing the same dance.
Why don't you just come
Twins are weird.
Why don't you just come over here and dance on Fez's grave?
That should be by Friday at the latest.
Fez, let's sit. Here's Frank. Frank, you're on Manifest.
Frank.
Yeah, how you doing?
Hey, buddy.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, Frank. Whatever you want to do.
Doing. I heard that Rosie O'Donnell didn't get invited to Frank's Big and Tall.
Don't freak us out.
Frank.
When was that joke?
How long ago did we do that bit?
Well, come on.
That was yesterday.
Was that today or yesterday?
That was yesterday. It seems today, though. I can't tell.
In the daytime?
Yeah. It was a yesterday day bit.
Hey, man, you guys rock. You guys rock.
You're just mean.
But you didn't get invited to Rochester Big and Tall either.
All right, thanks. Frank, you got good jokes. This is why the night callers are better. I'm going to say right now, the day callers blow, and I'll tell you why. They're not quick. They're not high. They're at work. The night callers are the funniest people in the world. But one thing, is it impossible for you people just to carry Fez and I home from here? 2 more days, you just can't have some brilliant calls or some ideas for bits?
Sure, and just call in, and we'll let you run with it. Just run. 2 more days of this.
Fez, for the next 2 days...
We actually have 10 more minutes of this.
Fez, for the next
2 more days.
2 days, just promise me you'll keep your big pie hole shut. I can't hear your voice again. Hello, Larry! Hello!
I have to talk.
Oh, maybe it's my ass! I can't take it anymore.
I have never said maybe it's my ass.
I'll go to the ladies' room.
You take that back.
No.
Take it back.
I won't take it back.
Take that back.
All right, I take it back.
Thank you. I accept your apology.
Jimmy, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Jimmy, please fill the next 10 minutes.
How you doing? I'm Jimmy. I'm 17. I'm from Glen Cove. The question is for the doctor. I have a growth on my sack, and I really want to burst it. Should I, or is that dangerous?
That is your sack.
Jimmy, have you had a checkup?
No.
This is for 6 hours, Love.
It's not my sack. It's separate. It's a different color.
Jimmy,
Jimmy,
would you rub it softly for me now? I'm Dr. Drew. Would you rub it softly for me?
I have been for the past 10 minutes.
All right, thanks.
It's how do you say pus-filled?
Yeah, that's how you would say it. That's the exact pronunciation. That's exactly how you would say pus-filled. They're just taunting us now.
You're still talking, aren't you?
Yes.
You going to keep this up?
For the rest of the night, yes.
Could you drop it an octave? Is that too much to ask? Just slow it down, man.
What?
Just bring it down a little. It's a constant a pitch. I've never just seen you just laid back. It's Fezzy, man.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and say this. I think you're tired. I think you're tired.
I think I'm tired of you. I think I'm tired of the show.
Well, it's come to this. Jeremy Coleman's dream come true. And it took double shifts to do it.
He's had a tiny little dream for a long time.
I have a tiny dream.
Harry, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, Harry.
Hello, Ron and Fez.
Yes.
I'm sending you my resume because I know you need a producer, but Fez, I'm going to save you the trouble. I'm going to splatter it on the underside of a toilet seat.
Seriously, why don't some of you people crap out a resume and send it to us?
Yeah, I'll call you in the morning. I know that sucks. Sorry about that. Goodbye.
Yeah, you're a midday caller from this point on, my friend.
At best, midday. You may even be calling Sports in the Morning with Pharrell. We don't know yet.
How can I be the shake it up? Yeah, we got to come in here and hear Pharrell. He's just doing the sports. Yeah, but Yankees, right now it's bottom of the ninth, 7-7. Look, I don't understand, and I think they're going to whack me. I think I'm out of here. I don't think I'm going to have a job much longer. They're having meetings down the hall. What about Pharrell? They've changed me. I used to be on MTV, man.
I don't understand how he could change his mood so quickly.
His mood, the mood swings are like the Benny Goodman Orchestra, Fezzy.
He could be talking about World Cup 1 minute and his world coming down the next.
Right. I don't know. They want me to be Pharrell. The Nets need somebody up front. What they're going to have to do, I don't understand. My wife let me out. She's got the dog, and nothing's happening around here. I got no money. Nothing's working out for me. They need a new forward. My life isn't going forward. It's going backwards, really. I'm out of the house. I'm living in the office. Shake it up. And all we see him every day, and all of a sudden we're like trying to hug him, going, Pharrell, everybody likes you. No one's trying to. I'm out. I can feel it, man. I feel the footsteps behind me. Where do I go from here? I had MTV. I had the ESPN late show thing. Everything was happening. Joan Rivers is in here the other day. She's talking with people.
He does the exact same thing in the office. His last commercial break, he'll come in and see us to say hi. This is great. This is exactly what you guys are doing. This is the best thing ever. This is excellent. I'll tell you what, they hate everything I'm doing. It's just, I'm out the door. I know I am. They're going to kick me and my short pants right out of here.
What's Joan Rivers doing here? She's doing mornings? Joan got her eye on me. She got a scope aiming at me. No, Pharrell.
Bring it on, Rivers. I'll tell you what, I'm going to be Pharrell. Maybe New York's not ready for me.
What about Mickey Rivers? But, here's the thing. Nobody is here to assist us or help us or get us through this, Fez.
No one.
If it was some kind of a marathon, when they do this easy New York marathon with these skinny people running through the park, they're lined up throwing water to people. Nobody's helping you and I.
No one has thrown water at us yet.
No one gives an F.
Wonderboy, I send him out to the store. He buys me the wrong flavor everything.
I'm going to throw something to him. Call him in.
Oh, can we?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's throw big pens.
All right.
Stand up against the CD rack over there, Wonderboy. Missed. Oh!
Where'd you get him?
I got him in a heart. That was a knife. Oh, in the arm?
Gun arm, yeah. Whoa, be careful, the ricochet.
Oh, wow. That was quick.
Let me try a couple more here. I got a short porch here with the TV in the way. Nice.
Now it's time for me to tell you about young...
Nice work, Wonderboy. Now pick up those pens, for God's sake. They're a mess. There's pens everywhere in here.
Wonderboy, I'll say this. You, right behind Rooster, have the second best theme song.
How about the power to kill a yak from 200 yards away?
It's the Wonderboy. And look, Ronnie, he went and lined back up to get more pens
You're the
thrown
best,
at him.
Wonderboy. You're on your way.
Unfortunately, now we're using cards.
You'll be replacing Pharrell. Frank, you're on Run Fez.
What? Hey, Frank.
Guys. Morning.
Hey, buddy.
Is this the morning show?
Oh,
Start.
All right, listen.
It's gotta be morning soon enough.
Tomorrow morning, I'm going to start drinking at 8 so I can be ready for your show at 6. Hold on. Get out of the way. This is...
People don't just call. They do a little radio drama.
Sure, I love the
us
night
as well.
callers. They're the best.
They'll give it their all.
They're more talented than Mikey D, who peaked at 14. Can you imagine? Peaked at 14.
I would have been fine if Irene Cara's mother had not gotten in my way. That crazy Puerto Rican woman. She would have stepped on anyone to get her daughter, Irene Cara, apart.
He should have been Coco in Fame, or whatever her name was. Was it Coco?
Yeah, Coco.
It's not supposed to be this way. What are you doing?
With his little teeth hanging out.
Richard Gere, no.
Joe, you're on Run Fez.
2766.
Yeah. Here every 2 seconds?
I only get 3 of them?
Yeah, that's plenty.
That's all you get, Joe. Go ahead. What you need?
I'm a little bushed. I think I'm going to hit the sack, so I'll see you guys in the morning, all right?
That's great. Thank you.
Yeah, hit the sack. Hit the sack.
This duck's alive! Ah, chop it, chop it, chop, chop on a ducky.
People sleep, they go on, they have their lives.
We just keep coming back here. What are these notes you keep handing Ronnie?
Ooh, Baltimore 8-7.
Spy report.
Baltimore 8-7.
Jeez. 877-692-1027.
Here's Thane. Thane, you're on Run Fez.
Thane?
266. Hey, buddies, 12266. Hoo-ah! Hey, I'm out here in Seattle, and I use you guys as my alarm clock. See ya.
I don't even know what that meant.
Was that Kurt Cobain? That's the last thing I heard. God help us all. God help us all. Danny Love, you're on the Ron Fest show.
Danny Love.
Hey, babies, how you doing?
Hey, it's Danny Love.
Danny
I
Love.
got me a little. I figured we'd kill some time. Maybe I'll do a little Ron and Fez. The ladies of Ron and Fez, a love shout out.
All right, give it a try.
Sure.
All right, I'm going to go back. We're going to start with Webby,
Oh, God.
baby Sarah, Helen, little Nay, Crazy Claire, Ice Cream Girl, Tenacious D, and then the 3 rejects, Mrs. Paulo, Iris, and our new love, Nazareth. And I'd like to dedicate a long-distance dedication to those ladies.
All right, thank you very much. That's Danny Love. That's a half a funny character. If you worked on it, I think it would really be great. I really do.
Just love shout-outs. Very nice, Danny Love.
I like
you.
anybody who remembers Webby. Joe, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Hey, Joe.
Hey, it's going to be hot tomorrow, so don't forget your tail.
Put your goddamn tail on.
Yeah.
Word.
All right, that is it for show number 6 this week.
Steven wants to do a say it. Steven, say it.
Run, Fez, I love you.
Let some of these people do it, see it. Thanks for helping me out, you son of a bitch. Josh, can you do a say it for us?
Yo.
Can you do a say it?
See ya.
Let's see, Anthony, Joe, and Mike. Everybody try to do a say it together. Ready?
Buddy.
I'm not coming in tomorrow.
What?
You come in by yourself.
No! We're together.
Fez, you've been carrying me for years. I've had nothing.
We're practically married.
I peaked doing Runaways when I was 14 years old. That was my peak.
I'd like to see Irene Cara's crazy Puerto Rican mother. Try a Sia.
That's what I said to Joe Papp. You might have Shakespeare in the Park. I have a dance belt. And I put a roll of chapstick in there.
My dance belt is signed by Richard Gere and Patrick Swayze. Patrick Swayze said to me, Mikey D, you're just another notch in my dance belt.
Richard Gere was ring deep into me. And he said, can I leave a ferret behind?
We'll be back at 10 o'clock.
Let's let all you crazy bastards say see. Ready?
Sit! Give me!
Everybody say see. Sit!
Take it easy, Clarky.
Take it easy, Clarky.
Back at 10 o'clock right after Pharrell.
We'll see it.
And Fez.